Miss Crosby, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Mr. Stevens?
18.
Who do you live with, Miss Crosby?
I live with my best friend and her mother.
And how old is your friend?
She is 17.
So you live with your 17-year-old friend, is that you?
No, I'm her mother.
That would be a compliment. So you took Miss Crosby in with her baby,
Yes.
and you have a daughter who's 17.
Right.
You and Mr. Stevens have a child together. How old is that child?
He is 5 months.
Do you work?
No.
Have you ever worked?
Yes, I have.
When?
Around end of May, beginning of June.
So maybe you worked 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about 3 weeks worth of work. I'm talking about, did you work in 2016?
No.
17?
Yes.
Where did you work in 17?
Burger King.
When?
End of April, beginning of May.
So for a couple of weeks in April and May?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't work?
Right.
Who supports you?
They do. The reason why I don't work now is because he has called CPS and the policeman on me so many times that I had to ask off. And finally they said, well, we're just going to take you off the schedule. And I have evidence, actually, of the CPS report.
I know that he called CPS on you. Where were you living prior to moving with these people?
I was living with him.
Where?
In North Vernon.
In a house, an apartment?
Yeah, house.
Whose house?
His grandmother's.
So the two of you and your baby lived with him and his grandmother?
Right.
Did you live with the grandmother while you were pregnant?
For a short while.
Did you move in with his grandmother when you were pregnant?
Yes, for a short while.
When did you move out?
Move out or move in?
I'm asking you a question. I'm trying to figure out your life. You had parents. Evidently, the parents aren't an option to live with.
Right.
For whatever reason. I don't have to get into that. But you got pregnant, and from getting pregnant, did you move in with Mr. Stevens' grandmother?
No.
Where did you go?
I was living with my family up until Christmas.
And what happened Christmas?
I moved in with him because my dad no longer allowed me in his place.
Okay, so Christmas time, your father said out. You moved in with Mr. Stevens, and when was the baby born?
In February.
Okay. This whole stupid scenario of 18, 17-year-olds having babies didn't work out. And you left Mr. Stevens' grandmother's house at some point and went for a couple of days probably to stay with these people. Your last name is?
Bassett.
You went to stay with Miss Bassett. And then you came back. You were gone for a few days. How long?
I was gone for a week.
And you were taking the baby to the Bassetts with you.
Right. I left with the baby, yeah.
And then you came back. And what happened when you came back?
I thought we could work out, but he decided to be controlling.
Okay. And how long did you stay at that point?
I stayed a few weeks.
Until when?
I don't know exactly the date.
Month?
Around the time I was working.
In May?
Yes.
Well, that's a long time that you stayed there then, after you were at Miss Bassett's and came back. So you stayed a long time. And what happened in May? You left?
Yes.
When you left, did you take the baby with you?
Yes, I did.
And you went back to Miss Bassett's house? Mm-hmm. And Mr. Stevens, you're 18. What do you do?
I work at Martin Ray. It's a factory in North Vernon.
How long have you worked there?
I've only worked there a few months. I worked at Burger King from February of 2016 to March of 2017, sorry.
Did you work full-time or part-time?
Full-time.
When Miss Crosby was living in the house with you and your grandmother, was she working?
No, she was not.
Okay. This is what the case is about. You left, you want your baby's stuff. You took your stuff, but you want the crib, you want all the baby's items. He says the baby's items are staying here. And you have a complaint that he called CPS on you on, I don't know, 2 occasions or 3?
3.
3 occasions after you left the last time?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's deal with the baby's items. Do you see the baby?
No, I did not.
Why not?
She will not let me see him. She now says that her lawyer has told her not to let me see the baby at all.
I have sole custody, so I can decide whether or not he can see him.
Just a second. I'd like to see the document that says that you decide when he can see him.
Oh, I don't have a document.
I want you to say, if you have full custody and the court says that visitation is strictly at your discretion with the father, I would like to see that.
I couldn't get the reports. They kept sending me to another police station in our town.
I don't get the reports. There's a court order for custody. You said you have full custody. Who gave you full custody?
The clerk office in our town, but we didn't get the order.
Well, then if you don't have an order, you don't have an order. Was there a trial?
No.
Was there a hearing?
No.
There was nothing. So you have nothing. When you were working, and you said you worked for several weeks, and you worked for several weeks while you were still in the grandmother's house or afterwards?
A little bit, and then after.
So you worked for a little bit while you were living in the grandmother's house?
Yes.
And when you were living in the grandmother's house and working, what hours were you working?
I was working from 4 to 10, 4 to 12.
Who was taking care of your son?
He was. But while...
Shut up!
Okay.
I didn't ask you a question, so when you were working from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. and he was taking care of his son. And then you were working sometimes 4 to 12. And you were working from 4 to 12 and Mr. Stevens was taking care of his son, right? Why wouldn't he have the opportunity to see his son since May?
He has seen him for weeks, a few times. It's just recently that I have cut it off.
What do you mean he's seen him a couple of times? What does that mean?
I would let him see him every Tuesday and every Friday.
From when to when and where?
At 6 to 7.
Where?
At our city park.
Are you still living with your grandmother?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong is that he will cause trouble while we were visiting, and one time we actually had to have a police officer, who was off duty though, come up and try to settle things.
Why don't you just, you have a lawyer?
Yes.
How did you get the lawyer?
Through legal aid.
Tell the lawyer that you want to set a fixed visitation schedule so that your son can visit with his father on a regular basis, because his father used to take care of him when you weren't there, and not at a park for an hour with you there, at a regular time. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if you have the time or the money. She has legal aid, so legal aid won't represent you, so therefore you have a problem. You understand that? But I assume you want to see him.
Yes, I have hired a lawyer.
Good. And I'm hoping that since you hire a lawyer, the lawyer will make arrangements for you to see your son on a regular basis. Hopefully, if you work during the week, on weekends and stuff, why wouldn't he have the need for the baby's furniture? Who bought the baby's furniture?
I got it all from my baby showers.
So it was gifts for the baby.
Yes.
It stays in his house. Baby gifts. Just because you're depriving him of seeing his child, a child that you let him watch when it was convenient for you, and now your lawyer says don't let you see him at all. I don't know what kind of brilliant lawyer that is. Doesn't mean he's going to give you all the furniture so he has nothing. Get a job and buy furniture.
May I say something?
You can say whatever you like.
While I was living with him, he would come home from school. And I'm like, hey, can you take our son so I can take a shower and eat before I go to work? And he was like, no, because your shift isn't over. I need the extra half an hour to do whatever I want before I watch it.
Well, let me explain something to you. That's what happens when two idiot morons who were 17 years old make a baby. Those are the kind of answers that people give each other when they're not old enough to give up their dolls, but they make a baby. Now you're in this pickle. You're 18 years old and you have the responsibility of having a child. Well, you'd better grow up very fast.
Since he has a job, he will not provide for Oliver. I would ask for diapers. Even when he was seeing him, I would ask for diapers or wipes.
Seeing him is not at your discretion. I think that if you were smart, Miss Bassett, who seems to have an interest in you, would say, why don't you go to a mediator and work something out so that he's working during the week and he should be paying a certain amount of support for his son, for you, and you have to get busy and find daycare and get a job and get a life. But in the meantime, he's working, you're not. And he should be supplying some support for his son. You would agree with that?
Yes, sure.
Could I also
And at the same time, he should be seeing him regularly, because the nonsense that you give me is nonsense because you left him alone with the baby from 4 to 10 at night and 4 to midnight when you weren't home. So you weren't concerned that he wasn't taking care of him. Because if you were concerned that he wasn't taking care of him, you wouldn't have left him home.
Can I say something? I allowed him to watch Oliver while I worked when I was living with them from 4 to 10 twice before. The second time, he withheld him from me for 2 days. Would not let me see him, touch him, or anything. I had to go to the police 4 times.
Just a second. So what you're saying is the last time that you let him watch him, he wouldn't return him.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this question. And you thought that that was very wrong, right?
Yes.
Because you're the baby's mother, right?
Yes.
You're no more of a parent than he is. When you left his grandmother's house, the place where the baby was born, you didn't leave the baby there. You took the baby with you, right?
Yes.
What gives you the right to do that? What gives you, that's what I'm trying to get to you. What gives you the right more than the father to have the physical custody of that child? And if you think it's just because you're the mother, that's not the law. The law is if it doesn't work out and you have a child, what you're supposed to do is sit down like almost grown-ups and say, listen, this isn't working out and I'm going to live at the Bassett's. Baby's name is?
Oliver.
I'm going to take Oliver with me Monday through Friday because you're working. I'll bring Oliver to you, or you can come get Oliver Friday night and keep Oliver until Sunday so that you can see him regularly. But this isn't working out between us.
Before, when I was letting him watch him, I actually was breastfeeding him a little bit.
Listen to me. Breastfeeding a little bit means what?
Meaning,
Breastfeeding a little mean, I mean, I did matrimonial work and I understand this. This is something that maybe you discussed with your lawyer, right? Also.
yeah.
Of course. You have to understand, this was my business for years. When you were breastfeeding Oliver and going to work, how were you doing it?
I would feed him at night to help him sleep.
And during the day, who gave him a bottle?
I did when I was.
And she did. And you bought formula, right?
Yes.
That's what comes under the terms nonsense. Either you breastfeed or you don't breastfeed. You don't feed formula. And then in order to say he can't have the child overnight because I breastfeed him at night so it helps him fall asleep. Do you understand?
Yes. Can she help say something? Because she has something on this to say.
I'm ready. First, let me tell you this. You took on a whole bunch of responsibility. Good for you. You must be a very, very nice person. You have to understand before you say anything that they made a very bad judgment in having a child at 17 years old. But now they have a 5-month-old baby, and he has as much right to that child as she does.
Right.
Period.
Yes.
And she doesn't let him see him in a park for an hour.
Okay. We went to the police after he withheld him.
What do you mean he withheld him? He didn't withhold him.
It wasn't.
He didn't withhold him. She left and stole his son from his grandmother's house. She took him to your house. Now, if he went to the police and said she stole my baby from the place where the baby was born, what do you think the police would have said? They would have said, we don't get involved in that, go to family court. But because now the baby is back at the grandmother's house and he says, you can't take him. And she goes to the police say, well, show me a court order. She doesn't have a court order for custody. Neither did he, which is what you're not getting, which is what she's not getting. Because her leaving what is the child's home and taking the child to your house, which is a stranger's house, to the child, that was the first problem. Her taking the child on her own without benefit of an order or a mediator or somebody who said, you know what, this is all right, let's work it all. That's the problem. The fact that he resorted to self-help to get his child back, and the police helped him because they don't understand what the law is about gender-neutral parenting. Gender-neutral parenting. A father has no lesser rights than a mother.
Can I say something?
Now, no, she wanted to say something. Now you want to tell me. I want you to put that into context, what you tell me.
The problem was that he was threatening her. He actually sent her a text message when she just came to visit and said, when you come back, it's going to be a hell of a lot worse for you. So
Wait, just a minute. She came to visit you.
While we were dating.
I mean, she just came for a few hours.
What does that mean?
She'd come over and we'd get to visit with Oliver. Maybe we'd go get something to eat. And then he would get mad after he was okay with her going. He'd get mad and call her over and over again saying, you need to get home now.
Okay.
If you don't get home now, then it's going to be a hell of a lot worse for you when you get home.
And?
And so she would be scared.
She would be scared and go home.
Right.
Now, were you ever married?
Yes.
Are you still married?
Yes. We're separated.
Well, you're still married, but separated.
Yes.
I assume you're separated because you weren't getting along.
Right.
And I assume that if you weren't getting along, if I would listen to what your husband says, he would have one story, and what you said would be a different story. And if somebody else was interpreting your marital situation, would you say, they can't interpret my marital situation because they're not living in it?
Probably.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying to you. They were together. They're a couple. Who knows what happened when she decides to go over to your house? When he's home, listen to me carefully. If he's working, I'm making suppositions about what I'm hearing. He works different shift. He's home. She's at your house. He wants her home. Is that controlling? Yeah. She picked him. If he was controlling, that's her problem. Then she says, goodbye, I don't want anything more to do with you. When you make a baby with him, that's a different story. You make a baby with him, now you have a parent that you have to deal with for the next 21 years. And you don't get to make the rules. The law makes the rules. And when she left with that baby and went to your house, she stole his son from him, from where he was living, from where he was being supported, and took him to your house, where a stranger, according to her, is now supporting her child. That's the black and white of it. And then when he resorted to self-help because she brought him there for a couple of days, felt comfortable enough about him watching the baby to leave him there when she worked for 2 shifts, he said, I'm not giving him back. She took him and she shouldn't have taken him. And then you went to the police, and the police made him give the baby back. And this is all about the furniture that was at his house. Well, that's what the lawsuit is about. wants back all the baby's furniture.
She doesn't really have to have the furniture. It's that she has boxes and boxes of clothes and diapers, and he is not even willing to share them, to split them. And
Go to a mediator. Get a mediated order of custody and visitation and shared property. That's what you do. I'm not ordering it.
Okay,
That's what you have to do. You have to be grown up. And if you can't be grown up, and if you're going to deal with a legal aid lawyer and a retained lawyer, if he's going to spend money on a lawyer instead of spending that money on his baby, that's her problem. She's not spending any money because she got a free lawyer, because she doesn't work. So what I'm telling you is, if you want to counsel her and counsel her appropriately, you tell her you got to work this out with the father of your child, who you clearly don't think does anything bad to him because you've left him alone with him for days or nights when I'm working. This is not a leg up situation. This is a situation where both parents should be supporting this child. Both parents should see this child on a regular basis, because that's what the law says, absent a showing that one parent is abusive or neglectful. I'm telling you, based upon what this young lady says to me, there's no proof that he was neglectful of this child or abusive, because she let him stay with him for hours when it was convenient for her, multiple times, without ever, prior to this, accusing him of anything.
Your Honor,
What?
he has punched holes in the wall because he would get so mad.
Is this something you told your lawyer?
No, actually. One time the baby was on the bed, and he would get mad at me because I would go to their house, and he punched the other side of the bed where it was shaking the baby.
Goodbye, Miss Crosby. Grow up. You were in an automobile accident that you claim was the defendant's fault.
Right.
I don't think that the defendant would deny that if there was an accident, it was her fault. She says there was no accident.
That's interesting.
Okay, that's what she says. She says there was no accident. So why don't you tell me the date of this accident?
June 27th, 2017,
What time?
2:15 in the afternoon.
Could you go over to the board and show me which one was your car?
I am the orange car with the P on a plaintiff.
Okay, so you were going straight down the road. The defendant had a stop sign.
Correct. I had the right-of-way on this main street, Grand Via Altamira.
So she went through the stop sign.
Correct. Right in front of me, across in front of me.
She crossed in front of you.
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then she shot through, so she didn't hit me. She headed towards this curb here, and then to avoid hitting the curb, she swerved out and struck my right front fender and her left front wheel.
Okay. Do you have a photograph of the damage?
Yes, I did.
I'd like to see.
Since the car is brand new, I had a very difficult time taking pictures because it's shiny and I got a lot of reflection.
What kind of
This
car
was-
was it?
2017 Porsche Boxster. Okay. Do you want her damage also?
First, let me see yours.
Okay.
Did you both get out of your car?
Yes, we did.
Show me where you were when you both got out of the car.
Right in the same area here.
So she stopped.
Yes, she did. And then as she did so, she said, I have a microfiber cloth in my car.
Well, first she stopped.
Okay.
Didn't say anything. She stopped, she got out of the car.
She apologized profusely.
What did she say?
She said, I'm so sorry. I tried not to hit you and I swerved, but I didn't make it.
Her son was traveling with her in the car. Where was he? In the passenger seat in the front or in the back?
I believe so, in the front seat.
You believe so?
Yes.
Were you in the front seat?
yes.
Did you exchange information?
We exchanged phone numbers.
Not insurance information.
Not at that time. We exchanged phone numbers. She texted her phone number to me there on the scene. And for some unknown reason, one of the phone numbers she gave me for her home was a Minnesota phone number, and I don't know why.
Did she give you a working phone number?
Yes, the cell number. She texted it to me as I stood there, and I have the text with me.
I'd like to see it.
And the whole time that she had stopped, her son kept saying, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm so sorry, Mom, about 3 times. She never gave me her license or any type of address. I had to go seek that out for myself.
Well, you asked her for your insurance registration card.
And she never gave it to me.
Why not?
I gave my insurance card.
No,
When?
your number.
Shh, shh.
I have the complete text exchange between
May I
us.
see it?
No license.
Shh. Did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Because we came close, but I did not.
That's baloney.
I did
That's
not.
baloney. It's baloney. because you wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her.
We stopped.
You wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her. So my question to you, I'm going to repeat it again. Why did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her?
I told my insurance company that I did not feel an impact. We were very close, and I rolled down my window, and she was right there.
That's not true. How could you lie? Is that what you want to teach him? How to lie? Is that what you want to teach your son? How to lie?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, that's what you're doing. Because your son was in the car, he knows that you hit her. So if what you want to do is teach him how to grow up to be a liar, you're doing a good job.
That is not what I want to do.
Well, then you want to tell me why you told your insurance company that there was no accident.
Because, do you want me to go?
No, I want you to tell me. You and I both know that there was an accident. We both know it because everything she told me was true. That you got out of the car, that you said, I'm so sorry, I tried to avoid you.
I did not say that.
Tell me what you said.
We,
Just a second. Just remember who you're telling the story to and who was there and heard you. Just remember.
okay.
Great.
I made the turn.
You went through a stop sign. She had the right of way.
Yes, she did. And it was very clear. I could see around the corner there was no car coming.
Well, there was a car coming.
Well, it was not.
There was a car coming because her car was coming.
Okay.
So you didn't see it. Maybe you were distracted. Maybe you were having an argument with your son. Maybe you were having a heated discussion with your son. Whatever it was, you blew a stop sign. You blew the stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign.
Well, you did because you hit her. She had the right of way. If you came in close contact with her, or if you swerved to avoid her, then you still blew a stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign. I come out of this neighborhood every day because I live there. And I have to be very careful because sometimes people blow.
We're talking about June 27th, 2017. Make sure you're careful because otherwise you brought him here. I'll ask him questions. Do you understand? No, I didn't ask you to do anything yet.
I made the turn and I was going and I saw a car speeding from my left side.
Yeah, just a minute. Just to make sure you realize who you're telling me this story in front of.
And I stopped and I didn't feel anything or hear anything. And so I was relieved. I rolled down my window and she said, "What the hell are you doing?" And I got out of my car and she backed up and she goes, "Look at the scratch on my car." And then she looks at my car and she said, "And there's no damage to your car." She said, "My husband is going to kill me."
What kind of car were you driving?
A Tesla Model X.
Yes. Go ahead.
And so I said, "Well, I have a microfiber cloth in my car. Do you want me to try to wipe your scratch?" And she said, "Sure." So I did that.
Just a minute. Are you trying to tell me that a lady, for no reason, would say, "Let me go in my car," when there was no contact between your car and hers, and get a cloth and try to polish out a scratch? You telling me that you want me to believe that? That you did that?
Well, I was...
No way in the world. I didn't make that spot on the floor, but let me get down and let me wash the floor. Let me try to get the spot out of the floor, even though I had nothing to do with it. You trying to tell me that a lady like you try to buff out a scratch on her car that she didn't cause? Do you understand where I'm going?
I understand where you're going.
Great.
So we got out, we both took pictures, and she wanted to file a claim, so I gave her my information and the insurance.
Why in the world would you give her your information, madam, if there had been no contact with the car?
Because I didn't want to have an argument with her. I figured the insurance company could deal with it.
If you told the insurance company that there was no accident, the insurance company said, "Our insurance said there was no contact between..."
Well, no, they investigated it. And I have the pictures from the insurance company of both cars.
Would you like to see a picture of her wheel?
I would love to see the full report of your insurance company. I want to see if you said to them there was no contact with the car.
I have the pictures.
I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car. I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car.
I don't have a report from the insurance
Then
company.
I'm not interested. Can I see a bill to fix your car, please?
I do have a letter from the insurance
I don't
company.
read letters from insurance companies.
I have 2 estimates.
You have the final
And
bill
I-
there, Kim.
Just a second, just give me the 2 estimates, please. Not a good example, Miss Ramsdale.
And here's a picture of her wheel and the fact that the wheel is
Just,
tainted.
would you just do me a favor and give me an estimate? That's what I asked for. I didn't ask for all
Give her
those
the
documents. I asked you for the estimates.
I'm sorry.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $13.15. We're done. Mr. George, I'm going to speak to you. This is your stepdaughter,
Yes.
and this is your daughter?
Yes.
Your complaint alleges that there was an argument in your house
Yes.
and that your stepdaughter and your daughter caused some damage to both the house and later to a car.
Yes.
Ms. Carroll says that this argument was precipitated by something that you did, that she really didn't cause any damage, is all as a result of your bad behavior. So, Ms. Carroll, I'm going to start with you. Let me try to understand what this argument was about. On the 13th of May of this year, according to what I read in your mother and stepfather's petition, you came to your mother's home because some friends of yours had a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
And these people didn't have the wherewithal to take care of this baby.
Yes, the proper things.
So you came to the house to see if you could give the baby to your mother.
No, Your Honor, I didn't come to the house to see if I can give the baby to my mother. I asked her if it was possible to watch the baby because she did offer, so we came back.
That's not what I'm reading. So you wanted your mother to take care of the baby until you came back from where?
Just for the mother to have a break, just back to my house, just for the break.
For how long?
For a couple hours, that's what was discussed.
That's not what I'm getting from here. What I'm getting from here is that the fight was about you wanted your mother to take care of the baby for an extended period of time, and your mother said to you, well, I don't mind doing that, but we'd have to do it legally through the court. Well, legally through the court is not for a couple of hours babysitting. Legally through the court means you wanted to leave the baby with them.
Correct.
Well, then which one is it? Listen, if you tell the truth, you don't have to have a long memory. If you're going to make up stories, you're going to look very foolish and it's going to be very unpleasant. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Now, on the 13th of May of this year, you came and you asked your mother to do what?
To watch the child
For how long?
for a long period of time.
Did you tell her why?
Because the parent didn't have anything for the baby at all, and I don't have anything at my house because I don't have any kids. And my mom has a 2-year-old, which is my youngest sister, so she has supplies and things for the baby that we do not have, I do not have.
Well, did
And the
these
mother
people
does
live
not.
with you, the mother of this baby, the father of this baby? How do you know them?
I met her through another friend, and we're close friends.
I mean, is there something wrong with her?
She came asking for help to me because everyone turned her down for a specific reason, which I did not know that.
They turned her down for what reason?
I do not know the reason they turned her down, but that's
So
my friend.
when you asked your mother if she would take this baby for an extended period of time, what did your mother say to you?
My mother says she will take the baby with proper documentation.
So she wanted to go through court.
Exactly.
And what did you say to her?
I said, okay, Ma, then we can do that, no problem. But the mother didn't have the stuff for the baby because she had a situation incident where she lost her apartment, she was homeless, and she did not have proper documentation because all the baby stuff and her stuff had gotten lost in the moving situation. That's what I was trying to explain to my mother.
What stuff? You mean like a birth certificate?
Birth certificate, social security card, and she did not have the money to replace anything else. She was messed up.
Listen, if this is your good friend, why didn't you say, come and stay with me?
I'm not in that situation right now, Your Honor.
What do you mean you're not in that situation? You have no kids. You said to me, I have no kids. This is a good friend of mine.
Exactly.
And she was homeless. Why didn't
Yeah.
you say, come move in with me?
Okay, so back in New York, I have a program apartment to the point where somebody else is paying my rent. So I'm not allowed to have people live with me while I'm in that program apartment. So therefore, my mom pays her own rent out of pocket. I don't pay out of pocket. I get help. So therefore...
You have children?
No children. I'm single.
Do you work?
No, I do not work. I receive disability.
In any event, at some point, the argument with your mother precipitated your stepfather, according to you, coming in to find out what this was all about.
Exactly.
Because mother said, I'm not doing this unless it's through the courts, so I have proper documentation. Your stepfather, according to you, came in and said, what are you trying to do? You want us to take this baby so that you and your friends could go out partying and having a good time? And then you and your stepfather got into a fight.
Yes, because he then came out the room and said to me, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And I said to him, I am not trying to take advantage of her. This conversation is between me and my mother.
No, it
Mind
isn't.
your business.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Because it's
But,
not
like,
the same.
Is that your mother's husband?
Yes, that's her husband. That's
Then
not my
listen to
legal
me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want you to sound stupid, because what you just said to me is stupid. If you're having a conversation with your mother who lives with her husband, and you're asking your mother to take an infant into the house to take care of that infant, it has to do with her husband who lives there. He's not delivering a pizza. He lives there.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
So what do you mean it has nothing to do with him? So you told him to butt out, it had nothing to do with you, it only has to do with my mother?
Yes, I
You
did.
mean you think that when a baby cries in the middle of the night, only one set of ears hears that baby crying in the middle of the night? Or two sets of ears?
2 sets of ears.
Yeah,
Your
two
Honor.
sets of ears. Where you're not, because you're living in prepaid housing for single people without a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. So he said, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And then what happened?
Then I started speaking back to him, telling him basically,
Not basically. You told him it was none of his business. It was between you and your mother.
yes, I did tell him that, Your Honor.
Right. And then?
we started going to a verbal argument, like I told
Okay,
you.
so you were shouting at each
at each other,
And
saying
then?
disrespectful
And
things
then?
to each other.
And then?
And then Larry then came over, past my mom, because I guess I said something to him that hit the heart. He came over after me. The TV is sitting on the table. It's a flat screen, very fragile. It's sitting on the table. Larry pushes me into the TV. My elbow then hits the TV.
What?
My mom grabs him.
Okay, now let's stop right there. So that's how the TV got broken, according
Yes.
to you. How'd the TV get broken?
The TV got broken because Miss Valencia was very angry that
Don't tell me she was very angry.
Okay,
Just
the
tell
TV
me
got
what-
broke because she hit the TV
How?
like this. She punched it
With her what?
with her fist. Like she shoved it like that.
Where
Excuse
was
me.
your husband?
Well, the way my apartment is, I was trying to get Valencia to leave because I asked my husband for permission about the child. And he said no, absolutely not, so that they could run the street. So as I was trying to get Valencia, my daughter, out because the verbal got really crazy, I was bringing her past and she said, Mike Larry, and she pushed the TV.
Okay, good. You have a bill for the TV?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it.
I also have photos of my TV as well.
No, just give me a bill for the TV. I want to see when you bought it and what you paid for it.
Okay, I purchased it out of Walmart. I did not know that I needed the actual receipt. I don't have the actual receipt.
Well,
I had
when-
bought it years ago.
How many years ago?
Maybe about a year and a half ago.
Now I'll see a picture of it. So after the TV got broken,
Yes.
what happened next?
Me and my friend then left the house.
Oh, so you were there with your friend?
Yes, she was there.
With the baby?
Yes, the baby was there with her. We were all upstairs. We came upstairs because we was asking her if she can take the baby. It wouldn't be correct if the baby
Not
wasn't
like
there.
it's not like you're pawning off a kitten, you know. This is not a kitten.
Your Honor, like I said, the
Or a
offer
bird.
was made, so we tried to take the offer. Why not?
Because it's not a parakeet, it's a child. Mr. Smith, how did you meet the plaintiff?
The plaintiff was a friend of a friend. Approximately 3 years ago, my cat needed babysitting, so I initiated her. I re-met her again a year ago.
And when you say you initiated something a year ago, tell me what it was that you initiated.
I had purchased a 100-year-old house, and I was conversing with my friends, and she was present about the problems I was having with fixing the house up. I had hired an inspector, but he didn't do a good job. I needed plumbing, a roof, electrical. There was no foundation on my house.
Were you living there?
I was residing there, yes.
With all those things not being there, no foundation, no plumbing, nothing.
They were operational, but not totally functional.
Now we're going to get back how you came to her to help you with all these problems. Stop playing with the papers. There are more papers there than in the Supreme Court.
He's got a long history, Your Honor, sorry.
This is going to be very short. Trust me.
I hired an agent to redo the roof, which I knew needed. She offered to do it. She said she was a contractor. She
offered to do the roof herself? Or to?
That's what she offered, with a crew of hers.
With a crew?
Correct. But she doesn't have a contractor's license, and she's been on disability since 1992. And I gave her a small portion of the job to put in a solar tube light in the roof.
Did you hire her to do the roof job?
Yeah, I did pay her, yes.
How much?
About $25,000.
To act as a GC, general contractor, getting crews to do things in the house.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you acknowledge, Ms. Smith, that you were paid to do some GC work, general contracting work on his house?
No, I was not, Your Honor.
You were never paid.
I reimbursed employees that
Just don't try to double talk me. Were you ever paid by Mr. Smith for work that you or crews hired by you did on his house?
No, Your Honor. I helped him hire the people. He said he needed people, and he wanted me to oversee the workers for work on his house. I did not employ him myself. He did.
Just a second. I got it. I got it. I got her. I got it. I got her. How much do you get from disability a month?
I don't get
Come on.
disability.
You don't get any kind of disability. Be very careful. You don't
No,
get
I
any
do
kind
not.
of disability.
I had disability. That's why I met Mr. Smith.
Just a second. I asked you a
Okay.
question. What year did you start to collect disability?
I was injured at one time in 1992.
1992. In what year, which is even more interesting, did you stop collecting disability?
2015.
So, according to you, until shortly before you started to do work for him, you were collecting disability.
I did not work.
Now tell me why your disability benefits were cut off last year.
That has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, it has everything to do with this case. It has everything to do with your last answer. Because when I ask you, well, you paid money to GC, and you start dancing around because if you were paid $25,000 to GC a project, even though you paid other people, then you committed fraud on the federal government. They're going to come looking for you. It has everything to do with this case. You want to tell me why your disability was stopped, if it was?
It had nothing to do with my case with him.
Really? Your case is dismissed. You may be hustling for a long time, Ms. Smith, but you don't hustle me. You don't hustle me. You don't answer my questions, your case is dismissed. Now, according to you, you let her stay in the house while she was doing some GC work on the house. She of course said in her now dismissed claim that she was a renter and you illegally evicted her and therefore she wants $5,000. That's what her case was about, that I've just disposed of. Now we're going to get to your counterclaim. The counterclaim says that she proceeded to, after her keys were taken away, to engage in a course of conduct that was harassment. And at one point, she broke into your house and assaulted you. You want to tell me about it?
I allowed her to stay in the room as a guest. She lived 40 miles away. I was trying to help her. She had lack of assets. And she disappeared for 3 weeks, and there was a foul order coming from the room.
When was this? Give me the month.
November.
Okay.
I entered the room. I found stolen property of mine, an old flight suit, camera lenses, dog tags, 7 pairs of scissors. It was a total mess. I decided at this point in time that she had been gone for 3 weeks with no communication. Perhaps it was time I changed the locks. She arrives home. She doesn't even try the locks. She climbs under the house where the foundation wasn't yet, into the basement, into the kitchen, upstairs, pummeled me, grabbed my laptop, and ran away.
Did you call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to take a look at it.
I'll provide you with all the police.
No, don't give me everything. Just give me the first police report when she came in and came into the house. When was the last time you had any contact with her?
In court approximately 3 weeks ago.
What court?
She had filed another motion to dismiss my protection order. She showed up late beyond the roll call and argued with the judge that she was there, and when she wasn't.
You filed for protective order. Was it finally granted?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long do you have the protective order for?
A year starting March of this year.
And that's to keep her away from your house?
And no contact me.
And no Would you put the papers down? Is there any reason whatsoever that you would want to have any contact whatsoever with Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor. I filed a protection order against Mr. Smith in December of 2015.
Was it granted?
Yes, it was.
For how long?
For 30 days, and I came down
Just
with
a
ocular
second.
migraines and could not make the hearing.
I don't care. It was dismissed. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, just like his
Fine.
order, because it was default.
Just
I was not able to make it.
He has an order of protection against you. That means he can't come near you, which he has not. There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you.
Actually, I've got phone calls, Your Honor.
There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you. So why would... What part of put the papers down don't you get? You have no reason to look at papers. I've dismissed your claim. I'm merely addressing the countersuit.
Well, I have evidence for the countersuit, Your Honor.
You do?
Yes, I do.
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when you found that the locks were changed.
I was not informed the locks were changed, Your Honor. I have.
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when the locks were changed.
That day earlier, the day before, when I was driving there, or actually from 3 days before, Mr. Smith was locked out of the house. He called and he wanted me to come home because he wanted me to let him in the house because he had lost his key.
Yes.
And then he had told me that he had crawled under the house. Well, when I came back in town, I was only gone for 3 days, and I have text messages and his employees that worked under me. Matter of fact, the day before, he had taken my purse. Mr. Stevens had my purse and had sent it over to Marshall's house, which was my house, because I'd left it in Cooley Down with him, and he had sent it.
Mr. Smith, when was the last contact you had with her?
Approximately 3 weeks ago.
And that was
at the hearing.
Okay, so this is really what you...
Yes, ma'am.
Pay careful attention. This is really what you have to do. You have to tell your lawyer that at some point, your lawyer has to move before the court not to allow her, without a judge okaying it first, to file a petition against you, to reinstate her protective order, to vitiate your protective order. Sometimes when people file serial orders and there's something wrong with them, judges will do that. They will say, before a clerk can file anything, it needs a judge's counter-signature. Do you understand? What does that mean?
I would like to make one short comment.
Yes.
The judge at the last hearing stated she's a vexed litigant.
I mean, those are nice words. If they were said, that doesn't mean an order.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
By a judge that says, before you may file another proceeding against Marshall Smith, you must get judicial approval to do that, which means the judge has to look at the allegations, look at the history of the case, and say, not again on my watch. Do you understand? Your counterclaim is dismissed. You have an attorney. Your claim is for sure dismissed. We're done. Mr. Pritchard, you know the defendant because he is the brother-in-law of this young lady who is either your girlfriend or your fiance, that's how you refer to her.
That's correct, yes.
And you have an order of protection against him because he beat you up.
Correct, yeah.
He assaulted, there's no such thing as, he assaulted you.
Yes.
And I know that Mr. Abrahamson, I know that you assaulted him.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And you say you assaulted him because he's a stoner, which I assume you mean he uses drugs.
No, Your Honor,
What does that mean?
Well, he has
You say he's a stoner who took your sister-in-law, that's this young lady?
Yes, ma'am.
Down a bad path.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you called him a stoner.
Yes, Your Honor.
What does that mean?
Well, he smokes a lot of weed. He
That's what I
does a
thought,
lot of
drugs.
drugs. Yes, ma'am.
And is that the reason you beat him up?
No, ma'am.
What'd you beat him up for?
No, ma'am. September 14th, 2015, I had a camera set up in my computer room. I have a couple slot machines. Money has been stolen previously from me. So I had that set up, and at the time, it was 8:25. The camera was turned over, slot machine was broken into, money was gone. I came home that day, looked in the slot machine, money was gone. I'm like, what's going on here?
Well, did they live with you?
No, they had to come to my house to get food at their mom and dad's house. Their dad was in the hospital, so the mom wasn't there. So we had bought them food so they could bring back to the house.
Were they living together?
I am not sure.
You don't know?
No, ma'am.
Are you sick?
I was crying.
What'd you beat him up for?
19.
My question to you is, are you sick? Now.
No.
What's your first name?
Molly.
Take a breath. Is that your sister? Did you used to live with her?
No.
Did you ever live with her, Molly?
No.
Who do you live with now?
I live with Josh.
Do you work?
No. I'm in school.
What school do you go to?
Minnesota Virtual High school in Minneapolis.
Do you go to school every day?
Yeah, it's online.
So you're an online, you don't
Yes.
leave the house?
No.
But you don't go to school?
No.
And what does Josh do?
He is unemployed at the moment.
Whose house do you live in?
An older lady, she's a friend of hers, like grandma, we're living with at the moment.
How long have you been living there?
Oh, 6 months, 6 months.
Do you get any money for going to school online?
No.
Do you have to pay any money to do that?
No.
How do you support yourself, Molly?
Food stamps, EBT, from the county.
And how does Josh support himself?
He is doing Social Security right now, disability for his back.
For his what?
He's trying to get accepted for disability for his back.
What's wrong with
Social
his back?
Security. He has, I'm not sure. He would have to explain it. Like,
What's wrong with your back?
I have a congenital fusion, Your Honor, something I was born with, a birth defect. Causes a lot of pain. I'm currently on a 10-pound weight restriction ordered by a neurosurgeon.
Well, there are a lot of jobs you can do without having to lift up 10 pounds.
Not in the county that we live in, Your Honor. There's not much to go on, and the only job that I had going for me was the casino, and thanks to Mr. Abrahamson, I can't work there.
Molly, do you think you're doing well with Josh?
Yeah.
Do you? Mm-hmm. You think that that's the right trajectory for your life?
Yes.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Okay, sit down. Do you see your sister at all?
No.
Because of him?
I'm sorry?
Because of him?
Because of Matthew.
So let's get back to the slot machine that was broken into.
Sure.
And I assume that what you're going to tell me is that it was your belief that
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
plaintiff
Yes, Your
stole
Honor.
your money.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me how you came to that conclusion.
My son, he had to come home from school to get some picture for him. They had pictures that day. And he witnessed the car pull in at, what time was it? Do you want to?
Stand up.
The
Tell me
time,
your name.
Aiden Owen.
Tell me about the day that the slot machine got broken into in the house. The money was
So-
taken.
I went to school that morning and I,
Where was your dad?
at work,
And your mom?
at work,
And how old are you?
I went inside the house, climbed through the kitchen window because I didn't know that the key was inside the garage. And then I got the picture for him, walked down the street. Well, I locked the door.
So you went out the door
Yes,
and you locked the door behind you.
yes. And then I locked it and went back and I started walking down the road and I seen a Chevy Impala go by me that they used to drive. And obviously it was them. And I went
Did
back.
you see who was in the car?
No.
Now, is this a well-traveled road?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen that car before?
Probably every 2 months that I went to my grandma's.
You said something about your grandma.
Oh, I used to go to my grandma's every 2
And that's where you saw whose truck was it?
car. It was theirs, but they were borrowing it.
From your grandmother?
No.
From whom?
I have no idea. All I remember is they're borrowing it from a friend.
What color? Chevy Impala. It wasn't a truck.
I think it was a silver, grayish,
How far from your house was it?
probably a block or 2 away.
So you continued to go to school?
Yeah.
And it was based on that you assumed that he was the one who broke into the house?
Well, not broke in. No, we left them the food, so they had permission to be in the house, just not grab the money.
Okay. So how did they get into the house?
Key. We gave them the key. Or they had the key was at my house, so then they could get in because we were at work.
Okay. So you had prepared food for them.
Correct. Yes, ma'am. On the kitchen table.
Was the food gone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
So the food was gone,
Food was gone.
as well as the cash.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about the assault.
The assault.
Assault is finished with, which
Correct.
so I can.
Correct.
Go ahead.
Yep. So we got home. Well, when I got home, I looked in the slot machine, looked for everything. You know, money's gone. I called up Tasha to see maybe she had grabbed it. I asked the kids, maybe they grabbed it. Nope. Tasha comes home. That's why I have the video right here. For coming home, we're looking. We called those guys. We called the plaintiffs. Said we'll be over at 7. We just got a voicemail. We'll be over at 7 to get our money. We want our money back. We go over there. Molly's sleeping. Josh wasn't. We didn't see him. So we went inside. Molly, where's Josh? She wakes up. What's going on? What's going on? And like, we know you took the money. We want our money. We were pretty not happy at the time. So we get it out of her. Oh, it's all my idea. We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
Molly said.
Yes, ma'am.
Molly said it was all
Yes.
my idea.
We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
And your wife was with you.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
And that's what your sister said.
Correct.
It was my idea. Okay.
And then we found out Josh was in the bathroom. I broke in, and that's when the assault occurred. It was all done. Went home.
Did you get your money?
No, ma'am. From what? He doesn't have a job. I can't get anything.
Or what'd they do with the money?
We still had the money, Your Honor. We did offer it back to him.
They
He
never
wasn't
even asked.
concerned with that, though.
No.
How much money did you take?
$40, ma'am. And
Why'd you take the money?
I didn't take it.
Molly did.
Yes.
Did she tell you why she took the money?
There was a miscommunication between her and her mother. Her mother did say that there was going to be $40 for us to help us get through. She was planning on being gone for a while down at the hospital with her dad in recovery. There was
It's not-
a miscommunication. I didn't know exactly what the whole deal was, but from what I gathered out of it, I guess we were supposed to grab it out of a bank account, but she had thought that it was supposed to be given to us from there.
Okay, so that's when the assault took place.
Yes, Your
He
Honor.
pled guilty to something, and
Yeah.
as a result of that, he got an order of protection.
Yes.
And this is what this case is about. Is your claim, Mr. Pritchard, that Mr.
Abrahamson.
Abrahamson, no, I can't say that, Mr. Abrahamson continues to violate the order of protection?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Pritchard, you've known this family for a long time,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice to go to the casino before you got the job there? Think before you answer the question, otherwise I bring Molly up, and Molly's not going to be happy if I bring her up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice? Some people like the casino, and some people don't go to the casino regularly. So you know them for a long time.
Yes.
And you're not a regular worker bee. So did you know that it was his practice to go to the casino for entertainment?
Yes, Your Honor. I had worked there before.
Okay. And how frequently did he go to the casino before?
Before, from
Once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week,
maybe twice a month.
on the weekends?
Yes.
And would you see him there?
Yes.
Where would you see him?
On the floor, at a slot machine.
Did he go with his wife?
On occasion, yes. A lot of times he
Sometimes?
was there on his own, yeah.
And sometimes on his own?
Yes.
And when did this assault take place? Give me the
September
date.
14th
Of last
2015
year.
2015.
And when did you start to work at the casino?
March of 2016.
So you started to work at the casino knowing that he went there twice a month, either alone or with his wife.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Right. So it was not surprising to you to find him at the casino because you knew that he was a regular at the casino.
That's correct.
Great. Now you have a video to show me, I assume. There's something there to show me how you believe he harassed you. By the way, when did you leave the casino? When did you leave that job?
At the end of May, Your Honor.
Of 2016.
2016. Yeah.
So you had that, listen to me.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
so you had that job for less than 8 weeks.
Yes.
Prior to that, where did you work?
Before that, I was working for Dairy Queen, I believe.
What do you mean you believe? Were you working for Dairy Queen or were you not working
Yes,
for
I
Dairy
was.
Queen? A cone and a little ice cream doesn't weigh more than 10 pounds. What happened to that job? I assume there's one Dairy Queen in your neighborhood?
Yes.
So it's very easy to find out? Tell me what happened to that job and when.
I had left that job, Your Honor. We had new management.
You had new management, so what did new management have to do with you?
We weren't getting along.
You weren't getting along with the new team.
Right.
And from when to when did you work for Dairy Queen?
October 30th, I believe, is when I started. And January 5th, maybe, was when
So you worked there also for less than 8 weeks.
Yeah,
And that was January of 2016.
correct.
And then you were unemployed for 2 months. And then you got a job and had that job for another 8 weeks. Now, prior to working for Dairy Queen, who did you work for?
I believe I was unemployed for a little while, Your Honor.
What's a little while? From September of 2015, when this assault took place, to May of 2016, did you work more than 16 weeks? 8 weeks or less for Dairy Queen and 8 weeks or less at the casino?
No.
Did you work for anybody else?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Okay. Little store, Your Honor. Little store, gas station.
From when to when did you work at the little store?
From May of 2015 until September when the assault took place, Your Honor.
Okay, May, June, July, August. So that you worked the gas station for 4 months
Yes,
in 2015.
correct.
From September 2015 until May of 2016, am I correct that you held 2 jobs, both for a series of weeks, one for Dairy Queen and one at the casino?
Correct.
What'd you do with the rest of the time?
I was in recovery for a little while after the assault. A lot of the times I was scared to leave my house. That was one of the big reasons why I didn't have any jobs. I've also been going through this disability, Your Honor.
Well, then my question to you, and then we're going to look at your video. Then my question to you, Mr. Pritchard, is if you were scared to go out of the house,
Yes.
what did you take a job for at a casino where you knew the defendant frequented. Mr. McDonald, I'm going to start with you, sir.
Okay.
You and Miss Perez worked at the same place. You were the manager of the place where you worked. What kind of facility was that?
It's a check cashing.
You were the manager, and what role did you have there?
I was assistant manager.
You were selling a car.
That is correct.
And Miss Perez and you came to an agreement that she was going to purchase the car. When was that, Mr. McDonald?
We started talking about it probably about August 11th, 2016.
Did she purchase it in August of 2016?
Yes, she did.
And she gave you a down payment?
That is correct.
How much?
$2,500.
And the agreement was she was going to pay you $200 a month.
The agreement was that she would give me $100 every payday, which would be $200 per month, some months $300.
And in the month of September, did the payment start immediately in September, or were they delayed until October?
No, ma'am, they started till October 1st was her first payment.
Did she make a payment in October?
Yes, she did.
Did she make a payment in November?
Yes, she did. It was late.
Okay, but she made a payment in November.
That's correct.
Did she make a payment in December?
No.
Do you have any proof that you made a payment in December?
No.
Then you didn't make the payment in December. Why did you not make the payment in December?
I spoke with Larry and I let him know that my daughter, we had a situation out of town, and he was okay with me not making a payment. And I told him I'll make up for it in January.
Did you make a payment in January?
Yes, I did.
Did she make a payment in January?
In January, yes.
Okay, January what?
January 19th.
And how much did she give you in January?
$200.
Had she had a discussion with you in December about some emergency that she had?
She had a discussion with me to tell me that she needed time off work to take her daughter back to see her aunt and that she would be back at a time, but did not.
Did she tell you well, you must have asked her what about the car payment for December?
Yes, and she said she was going to be making it.
And she did not?
No.
In January, however, she made the payment on the 19th.
That's correct.
And on that same day, when she made the payment, you repossessed the car. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you didn't tell her when she made the payment to you that you were repossessing the car because you knew, according to you, that she was going to be fired from her job the following week. Is that correct? That's what you say.
That's correct, but the fact is that she only had made up to January 19th and made 2 payments, so she was 6 payments behind.
No,
yes.
sir.
Yes, she
Not
was.
according to you.
No?
I just asked you those questions, sir. I said, did she make a payment to you in October?
Which
You
she
said
did,
you were
one
paid.
payment. You asked me if she made a payment, and I said yes, she made one. She made one payment in November.
Of how much?
$100 each, both times.
So she made $200, and she was supposed to pay you how much?
$400.
$400 a month.
That's-
So $200.
No, okay, let me back up. October, she should have paid me $200, $100 for each pay period.
Just a second. So she paid you $200.
No,
How much did she pay you?
$100.
Okay, so she only made one payment in
That
October.
is correct.
Got it. Now I got it. You have proof that you made 2 payments in October. Question. There's a question before you. Did you make 2 payments in October?
No.
In November, how many payments did she make?
One payment of $100.
Do you have proof that you made 2 payments in November? Because you were supposed to make 2 a month, right? Well, then he had every right to repossess your car. Because what he said was, initially, I said, well, if she made her payments in October and November, she missed December, but then she paid in January. She gave him $200 in January, and he took the car back right after the payment. That sounds a little sketchy. But you didn't pay him in October. You didn't pay him in November because you owed him money in both October and November. You didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't pay him in January until January 19th. What did you expect him to do?
No,
Give you a gold star?
I did make 2 payments, but I made 1 payment in October.
You made a payment of how much? $100.
In October, no, 135 plus 115 because we went half on the thermostat that went out. So I made a payment.
Listen to me. I don't care about the thermostat that went out.
Okay.
You were supposed to pay him $100 a pay period.
Yes.
How many payments did you make him?
I made
make to
one
in-
payment of $250 in October.
$250. Show me.
I can show you the text that I text them, and I can't show you.
November.
Nope.
Well, you knew you were coming to court today, madam. This is your case. What you're suing him for is
All my
All the money-
evidence was in the Jeep. I had receipts like this in the Jeep. I didn't think my Jeep was going to get taken, so I don't have evidence. I don't want to say yes, I did when I can't come here and prove it to you, but everything's in the Jeep.
No, there wasn't. Shh. Sorry.
Shh. There was nothing in the Jeep that was not given back to her. Everything that was in the Jeep is...
Sorry, Miss Perez.
Your Honor, there is a few things that
Sorry, Miss Perez. He didn't steal the vehicle. He repossessed the car because you hadn't been making payments to him as you were supposed to make payments to him while you were working for him.
Yep.
And then you were going to get fired, so we knew for sure you weren't going to make any payments.
And
Yet,
she also
you didn't
wasn't
make payments when you were working and getting paid at all in December.
It was just December. I made
No.
payments.
You have no proof that you made all your payments in October or November.
And she had her insurance canceled 4 different times through this whole
No, I
thing.
didn't.
I've got evidence.
Doesn't matter. She has no case. Now, you have a counterclaim.
That is correct.
Your counterclaim is for damage to the vehicle and impound fees.
That is correct.
What impound fees?
Because she reported the car stolen, and the car wasn't stolen, she was told that...
Just a second. Did you give her notice that you would repossess the car?
I told her that I took the car when I paid her off.
And when was that?
That was the following Tuesday. Because of the fact...
Just a second. When had she reported the car stolen? That was immediately.
The 20th.
So then you have to pay the impound fees.
But the Sacramento Police Department said the report should have never been taken.
Don't tell me what anybody said to you.
I'm just...
You had the car, while she was at work, you had the car repossessed. You didn't tell her about it that day. She comes out, she looks for her car's not there. She reports it stolen. She doesn't find out until later, till after you paid her off, days later, that you actually had the car. So if the car was impounded because she reported it stolen, you should have told her immediately. That's all. Now, money owed for damaged vehicle. Tell me how the vehicle was damaged.
Well, there is one damage to the right driver's door, which my witness is the first one that saw it.
Just a second. All you have to do is show me a picture.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have recordings with their insurance saying he didn't know where the vehicle was.
Just a second.
Listen,
you have no case. You didn't make your payments.
I just don't. I made payments. I just don't have proof.
I'm sorry.
Because it was repossessed and he's not going to give me his credit card statement. If you get his credit card statement, it will
Madam,
show.
You acknowledge you made no payments in December and you didn't make any payments until January 19th. For January.
No.
And that has nothing to do with
January
October and November.
was for December that I talked to him about. In October and November, I only made 1 payment. You asked me if I made 2. And I do have proof. I mean, and his...
You don't have proof.
I don't, because he's repossessed his car, which has all my evidence in it. How's that fair to me?
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate that he lied to everybody.
Next time, keep better evidence.
Yes.
I can't see what you're pointing to, sir. I can't see what this is.
You can see the dent right in the center of the picture.
You're talking about
right there?
here?
And here's the
You're talking about here?
Yeah.
of insurance payments. I've been paying insurance.
I don't care if you've been paying insurance. You weren't paying him.
Yeah, I was.
You have proof that you're paying insurance. Yeah. You should have proof that you were paying him. How did the car get dented here?
I don't know. I wasn't pointed out it. He pointed out to me. Oh, well, actually, Marie pointed out to me. And I told him when I was on the freeway, I heard a dink, but didn't notice anything until she pointed it out. It looks like a rock or a ball, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure it might have been on there before.
Just a second. You saw this dent?
Yeah.
Good. Stand up. Did you see how it happened?
No.
No. She doesn't know how it happened either.
But I know the car how it was when Larry gave it to her. Mm-hmm. And so when I came to work and it was literally 70 feet away from me, I said, what is that dent?
What, it looks like somebody hit a car door onto hers. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there was an accident.
No.
It looked like somebody hit their car door into hers.
Or it looks like
or a
someone
ball,
took a foot.
or a ball, right?
Something.
Your case is dismissed. Your counterclaim is for the missed payments.
No.
No?
My countersuit is for the insurance to fix the vehicle.
Why is mine dismissed?
Why?
I just told you why. I told you 4 times because you have no proof that you paid him in October and November what you were supposed to pay him. You acknowledge you didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't offer a payment until almost the end of January. Don't speak. Mm-hmm. That's why your case is dismissed. He had every right to repossess the car. Do you understand? Use the $2,500 deposit to fix the door. You got it? Mm-hmm. Perfect. We're done. Ms. Tickle, you boarded a horse at the defendant's facility, and you claimed the horse was injured while at that facility.
Yes, Your Honor.
And in addition, that when you tried to get the horse from the facility, the defendant sort of held the horse ransom because she claimed that you owed her money.
Yes.
And I read her answer, and her answer is clear. She said that the horse was, in fact, injured at her facility, correct?
Yes.
And that she immediately called your vet, correct?
Yes.
And that your vet said that in order for your vet to come out to look at the horse, she would have to pay a past due bill of yours in addition to that visit that the vet would make. So what's the name of your vet?
It's one of my vets. It's Dr.
The vet that you called.
Dr. Purdue, who's the person she indicated on the boarding agreement as her vet of record.
Fine. On what date was the horse injured?
September 7th.
Okay. Now, on September 7th, did you owe Dr. Purdue money? That's very easy. I can make a call.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money did you owe Dr. Purdue?
$280.
How long did you owe Dr. Purdue the $280?
It was 6 months or so, 9 months.
Why didn't you pay the doctor their bill?
I had sold my house and had moved.
Well,
and
okay. You didn't pay the bill. Okay, so
Right.
she's absolutely correct. Called the doctor. The doctor said she owes me money. I'm not coming out to see this horse unless you pay what she owes me plus the visit.
Which was $900, not $250.
Not $280.
Not $280. It was $900. That's what they told me. And it was a year
No.
in arrears.
Now, on September 7th, did Miss Tickle owe you any money for boarding the horse?
Yes, she had not paid September's board, which was due on the 1st.
Did she pay August's bill?
She did, but I think it was late.
But she paid August's bill, so by September 7th, she really wasn't that much delayed.
Not too late, no. But
No.
she disappeared and the horse was supposed to be picked up on September 1st, and I hadn't heard from her and couldn't reach her.
Just a second. When you say the horse was supposed to be picked up, what does that mean?
She advised me sometime in July that the horse was going to be picked up on September 1st. But I never heard from her. She never showed up. Nothing happened. She never called, text, nothing, zero. I thought the horse had been abandoned.
Okay. Now, on September 1st, had you made an arrangement, because I read your complaint, to transfer the horse to another facility that was closer? That's what you say. So be careful your answer.
Right. The date, though, is incorrect. It was an oral statement that
I don't care if it's oral or not. Did you tell her that you were going to be picking up the horse on September 1st because according to you, you were looking for another facility that was much closer to me? Because you told her
But
that.
not on, I said I need to find the right facility. My horse has known allergies, which she gets hives, Your Honor, that are all over her body, and it's a health problem. The hives break open. She's not able to lay down. They get
So why
infected.
didn't you pay your vet?
I paid my vet when I got the bill. There was
you
a problem
didn't.
with my getting mail to my new address. So
when did you move?
I moved in August, put everything in storage. In September, I moved.
Well,
to,
this bill was due in December,
Right,
according
this
to
was
you.
in
So you would have
December.
gotten it January, February, March, April, May. You would have gotten the bill.
Right, Your Honor.
Okay.
Usually, I was present when the vet would come out. This is the first time a vet has ever seen my horse. I've owned her 10 years without me being present.
Ms.
I
Tickle,
have.
let's go. How much did you pay the defendant when you went to pick up the horse?
When I went to pick up the horse on,
Yes, in September.
when I actually picked her up in September.
How much did you pay her? Well, let me go back.
Okay.
Ms. Joint, how much was her monthly boarding fee?
$325.
So she owed you that in September.
She owed me that, yes.
Okay. Now, do you know how the horse was injured? It had a large hole in its chest.
I have no idea how the horse was injured. No one was there, no one saw it. It's impossible to know.
I'd like
Horses
to
unfortunately injure themselves quite regularly in their paddocks, and you don't know necessarily how they did it.
I'd like to see what you wrote up about the horse's injury.
What I wrote about
Did you have a log, I assume, that you keep with regard to the horses that you board?
I don't board horses regularly. This was a one-off situation. She was a companion horse for my horse because another horse went away, so they didn't like being alone. But it's not a regular thing. It's kind of like a roommate situation.
Do you have a contract?
Yes.
I'd like to look at it.
Okay.
I met the defendant because she advertised a stall for rent, boarding stalls in Craigslist.
How long did you keep your horse there?
From January 13th, 2014 until
So it was there for a very long time, and
Yes.
clearly you were satisfied.
Yes.
Otherwise, you would have moved it.
Right. Everything was fine up until I got hurt.
This is your contract. And this says that if the horse becomes injured, which the horse clearly was, that it's your responsibility to first try to contact the boarder.
Which I did desperately.
Just a second. That's fine. And the second thing that you do is, if you can't contact her, she gives you permission to contact her vet.
Correct.
Which you did.
Correct.
If the boarder's veterinarian is unavailable, the boarder authorizes the stable to call its veterinarian in an emergency, and that the boarder will be fully responsible for all veterinary charges so incurred. So you really had the responsibility to call a vet, but it's her responsibility to pay.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Correct. So the part of your request for vet bills, she's not responsible for those pursuant to this contract. You are.
Right, Your Honor, but her boarding contract, she doesn't have a home occupational permit to run a boarding stable in Simi Valley, and that's required to...
Hey, you kept the horse there for 9 months.
Right.
When did you have this epiphany that she wasn't allowed to do what she was doing? When did you have this epiphany? When you had a problem? What I'm telling you is you have a contract, and your contract says that you pay the vet bill. Right now, you owe her $325 because your horse was there in the month of September. Has this happened? You paid it?
Yes, I did.
Great. How much did you pay her?
I paid $325. I sent it to her through bill pay.
Is that correct?
It was cancelled. I have an email from my bank saying it was cancelled.
I canceled it, Your Honor, after...
So you owe her $325?
No, I paid that... She gave me a billing, Your Honor, when I came. She never
Pick up the horse. She said to you, you're not getting the horse unless you give me so much money.
Right, and she added on erroneous charges and add-ons.
How much money did you give her?
I gave her $1,584.
Okay, now we come back to you. What is $1,584 for?
I have a line item billing of everything that I did for the horse, being that I had understood the horse was abandoned for the last 2 months.
Well, I don't care what you understand, actually. I don't care what you understand. 7 days is not abandoned.
She had not been to see that horse for months.
That's not true.
That's actually impossible because she told me that a month prior or 2 months prior, she had a conversation with you that she was moving the horse.
I believe it was a text exchange.
I don't care if it was text or by smoke signals.
She had not been to the facility to see her horse.
Listen to me. It doesn't matter. So far, she owes you $325 for boarding for the month of September.
I'd be happy to show you the billing with the receipts that I have.
She paid you in August.
I apologize. It's complicated because we had
Just a second. No way. No way. So baloney. Take it back. She owes you $325 because the horse hadn't been there the whole month of September. According to this, twice a month.
She also paid hay in addition to the board.
I understand that.
And I fed her horse and I gave it medical care, which it was essential, or the horse could have got an infection and been very sick.
Let me tell you what you were required to do pursuant to your contract. You were required to get a vet.
I did. I called the vet and I
read your answer.
I spoke to the vet.
I read your answer.
And he gave me his recommendation.
I read your answer. You don't get paid for that. You personally, unless you paid it, just a second. Listen to me.
It's left at my property.
Listen to me carefully. Unless the vet sent you a bill, you don't get paid for that.
How do you?
Did the vet send you the bill for the I'm speaking. Just answer the question. Did the vet send you a bill for the conversation that you had with the vet to tell you how to fix the injury, this large gaping hole in the horse's chest that happened while it was under your care?
No.
Did the vet tell? The answer is no.
He gave me free
so
advice because he knew
less
I thought it was
325,
abandoned.
which is actually what she owed you, which she didn't pay, which is $162. So far, $1,261. Then you do have to feed your horse.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So how much does it cost for the horse's food for the 9 months that the horse was there?
It was $100 a month average for 6 bales of hay. That's what my size horse consumes.
Over the 9-month period, what did you pay?
I paid
for
on
food?
average of $120 a month.
Well, now it's from 100 to 120. Why don't we think again? How much did you pay for the horse's food for the 9 months that the horse was there?
$120 a month was for the hay.
Fine, less 120.
No, I paid that though. I paid that. She would give me.
In September?
She would tell me the amount.
Just a second. In September?
That's in her billing.
Just a second. What
That's
billing?
in her billing that she gave to me.
Oh, I'm deducting certain figures. I'm deducting from what you gave her, $1,584. I'm deducting what you owe her,
Right.
$325 for the boarding for the month of September.
Right.
You owe her $120 for food. deducting that from the money that you gave her. This is your lawsuit.
$60, Your Honor, because it would have been half the month.
So far, $1,141 is what you're entitled to back from what she gave you, because you're not getting paid for the vet, for you acting like a vet, and a horse that was injured on your watch. Food and her monthly boarding for September. What else does she owe you?
Grain, because I had to start feeding the horse because it was losing weight. It was in
Grain.
stress.
Had you, just a second, in the 9 months that you had the horse there, other than September, did you ever feed the horse and bill her for grain? The answer is either yes.
She brought the grain up until around July timeframe. June, July, I started feeding the horse because she was no longer bringing food for it.
Just a second. I'm giving you hay. That's in your deal. And I gave you for the whole month, not just half of it. What I asked you was, had you ever previously billed her for grain?
Before July, no, because she bought her
Okay,
own.
1141. What else?
The medical care. I flushed that wound 3 times a day.
1141. That's what you're entitled to, not $4,803. 1141. That takes off the food for the horse and the $325 that you owe her.
Okay.
It actually says in my contract that I'm entitled to bill for medical care I provide the horse if I have to.
No. Now, it says that you are required to provide veterinary care.
I gave the
by
horse
a
veterinary care under veterinary advice.
Are you a licensed veterinary doctor?
No, but my witness is a vet tech, and I went under her advice and the doctor's advice
Good.
on how
You don't
to
get
treat
paid
the
for
wound.
that. 1141. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
If it were her horse and the tables were turned, I would have called another vet and another vet and another vet.
She didn't contact me for a week after the horse was injured.
Until I had that horse, the gapping wound.
I texted her, I called her, I emailed her.
Sealed up and cleaned up.
I went way above and beyond.
I learned a lesson. I will never board at a private backyard facility.
Take care of your animals and go visit them when you're supposed to.
And certainly not through one I find on Craigslist.
Ms. Carter, you and the defendant have a child together. You are not married. You don't live together.
Yes, ma'am.
There came a time, sometime in September, when, according to your complaint, we're supposed to meet with the defendant to get some money.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was on September 16th. Where were you supposed to meet him?
At his mother's house.
And when had you made that appointment to meet him at his mother's house?
Earlier that day at work.
Tell me how that came around.
We were supposed to be like exchanging for getting diapers, wipes, little necessities.
Now, did that come around as a result of a phone call, a text message, an email?
Phone calls in Texas.
I'd like to see the text that you were coming to his mother's house, because that's not where he says you were supposed to meet. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
He says you were supposed to meet at?
Walmart.
Which is where she works.
She works on Wall Triana. That's right down the road from where she works on her way. Could be on her way home, man.
And what time were you supposed to meet her?
She got off work like 2:30, 3, so I said something around 3:30.
Did you go there?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
Because she never called.
So she was supposed to call
Yeah,
you?
when she got off work to meet me.
I'd like to see.
I can't find the text messages. It must have been a phone call. I apologize.
Was it text messages? Or
It was a phone call. She was at work that morning. Well, she said she was at work. It was about 10, 11 o'clock. I said, meet me and I'll give you some money. When you get off, she's supposed to get off at like 2:30. And I said, meet me. I'll meet you somewhere on Wall Triana in the area, Walmart.
Okay, so you didn't call him. And I want to tell you something. I believe you were supposed to call him to meet him someplace. Let's understand each other. I've been doing this work a long time, and I'm looking at your face. And I know that you were supposed to call him to meet him at a sort of a neutral place, because this man looks scared to death, but he's not stupid. And there would have been no good reason for him to invite you to his mother's house and have his new girlfriend there. No good reason. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. It's usually, having lived all these decades, your curiosity that brought you to the house at 8 o'clock at night. Now, are you telling me that you didn't go there at 8 o'clock at night?
Yes, ma'am. I did.
You went there at 8 o'clock at night. Where do you work?
I work at McDonald's.
And what time did you finish your shift at McDonald's?
2 or 2:30.
And is Walmart down the road from where you are?
Yes.
How long have you and the defendant been separated, not dating?
Since July of 2016.
And when was the baby born?
October the 20th, 2014.
From 2014 to July of 2016, was he giving you any money?
Every now and then.
When you asked him?
Yes.
So you never had any need or want to go to court to finalize a support order?
No, ma'am.
Between 2014, when your son was born, and July of 2016, where had you always met to get money from him?
His mother house, my job, we would go everywhere.
Give me the month and year you went to his mother's house to get money from him.
September 2016.
Not this date.
No.
Before this date.
Yes, ma'am.
What was the date?
September the 4th.
You remember that?
I don't recall, Your Honor, but I'm not saying it's wrong.
Okay, so September 4th, you went to his house at what time?
It was probably around 3 or 4.
Was he home?
He was there, yes, ma'am.
Did he give you money?
Yes, ma'am.
And you had arranged with him to come over after work?
Yes, ma'am.
By phone or text?
It was probably by phone, but I didn't call him when I got off. I just pulled up after I picked the kids up from the babysitter.
Well, how would he know to have money for you unless you had a conversation with him before that you were coming over?
It's just we'll talk like before I go to work, and I'll just come after I get off from work.
Fine.
Sometimes we
Just
call.
Yes. Now we're getting tacky.
She stops when she passes and sees my car, so she don't think she has to call. But just because you see my car there, you just pull up and walk in. That's not okay.
Have you told her it's not okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Several times.
How long have you and this young lady been dating?
Almost a year now.
When was the last time you told,
I'll
put your hand
say
down.
8
When was the
months.
last time you told Miss Carter it's not okay just to drive by and come in?
I say July.
Have you told her that once or more than once?
More than once.
Did you tell her why?
Because you never know what's going on. They might have somebody there. You never know what's going on to just pull up at someone else's house. It's not my house.
Whose house is it?
It's my mother's and stepfather's. No, ma'am.
You don't live there. Where do you live?
It's not too far, like 15 minutes away from me.
But she passes your mother's house.
Because she stays, her house is past. She had to pass my mother's house to get to her
She has
house.
to pass. I got it. So she passes your mom's house in order to get to her house.
Yes, ma'am.
How far is your work in minutes from his mother's house?
Probably 10 minutes.
And how far is your work from, let's say, the Walmart parking lot?
About 5 minutes.
So it's easier to meet in the Walmart parking lot.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's go back. September 16th, 3 o'clock, you're finished with work, you go to bed, the babysitter, you pick up the children, and then where do you go?
They actually go to daycare during the week,
What?
and they don't get out until 6. Both of them go to 2 different schools.
What did you do from 3 to 6?
From 3 to 6, I went grocery shopping. I took groceries home. We had a seafood boil at my friend's house.
Yeah, just a second. You're talking very fast. I asked you, what did you do from 3 to 6?
I went to Walmart and went grocery shopping.
So that would have been easy for you to meet him at Walmart.
I do believe I called his phone and he did not answer.
No, that's a fibber. So you went grocery shopping from 3 to 6. Is that what you're telling me?
Not all the way till 6. It was about 3 to about 5 o'clock.
Okay, and then where did you go at 5 o'clock?
I went to Indian Creek to pick up my oldest son, and I went to La Petite to pick up my baby boy.
Then where did you go? You went for dinner someplace with your children. And then what did you do?
I called him, and I don't think he answered, so I just pulled up at his mother's house.
Just a second. So we called and you didn't get an answer.
Which is typical for him. It happens all the time.
Evidently, it didn't happen on the 4th of September. You managed to hook up then, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you're going to tell me the story that you want to tell me. You pull into the house. You saw his car. It's 8 o'clock at night. Your 2 children are in the back of the car. You get out of the car. You leave the 2 children in the back of the car.
Yes, ma'am.
You go to the front door.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what?
I go in the house.
Just a second. Well, when one is an uninvited guest, you knock at the door, you ring the doorbell, you wait for somebody
I
to
knocked
come
at
to
the
the
door,
door.
and they knew that I was in the house.
Oh, tell me what they knew. You walked into the house without asking permission.
Yes, ma'am.
And then pick it up from there. You see, I've been doing this business a long time.
I go into the man cave.
What's the man cave?
It's on the other side of the house where they take part in adult activities.
Okay, and?
We were talking, like, are you going to give me the money? Oh, I spent the money on XYZ.
Hold on a second. Now, what's the first thing he said to you when he saw you?
What are you doing? I was like, I came to get the money.
What money?
The money to get the diapers and wipes.
How much money?
I think he said he was going to give me 50.
Now, he had just given you money on September 4th. How much did he give you on September 4th?
Probably 50.
Not probably. How much?
50.
Okay. And he said?
I don't have the money.
Is that what you said?
I was like, what you doing here? Because soon as I walk in, Destiny sits down. I ain't even had a chance to say hey to no one else. By the time I feel someone behind me, when I turn around, it's her. I say, what are you doing? What's going on? I came to get the money. Okay, why did you just pull up? You could have called me or anything. I give her money. I don't know if it was $40 to $50. And then I gave it to her. I was like, okay, now. That's it, you can leave. Now, why? She here. Why I can't be here too? She sit down.
Put your hand down. Go ahead, sir.
She sit down at the table. From then on, it was an argument for 10 to 15 minutes.
I want you, since I'm not going to get the story here,
Yes, ma'am.
I would like you to tell me what the argument was. She sat down at what table?
At the table where everyone was playing cards there.
How many people were there?
Like 8. That's just in the man cave part.
Was your girlfriend there?
Yes, ma'am.
What about your parents?
Yes, ma'am. My mother was on the other side of the house. My stepdad was in there with us.
Any brothers, sisters?
My brother was there and my sister was there also. She started talking to my sister, Amanda. This was the problem. When I came in, they having a little get-together. I'm just stopping by to say hey. So I'm coming in.
Stop shaking your head. It's annoying.
I'm coming in on their get-together, okay? And then as soon as I walk in, I haven't even sit down yet, and I'm already making an altercation.
Is what you're saying, sir, you came in with your girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
Shortly before she came in?
Yes, ma'am.
About what time?
I say 7:57, and at 8 o'clock she was behind me.
Okay.
I think she was sitting across the street waiting on to see if I was going to pull up or not. I don't know.
Okay. Now that you know that I know, do you understand? I want you to know that I know. Now we're going to pick up from the fact that you went into the house uninvited. You knew the house. You went to the back of the house that they call a man cave. He's there and his girlfriend and maybe another couple of people. He said there were 8 altogether. Now I want you to pick it up. And understanding, I know what went down there.
Okay.
Go.
As I'm talking to his sister, he grabbed
Now, just
me.
a second. So now you're talking to his sister.
Mm-hmm.
What were you talking to his sister about?
Going to the club.
Going
to a
to what
strip club down the street.
You wanted to go with her to a strip club?
She was talking about she was going. I told her I would probably be there too.
Oh, and you're having this so you're having this long conversation with her in the house.
Yes.
And your 2 children are sitting in the back seat of the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Alone.
Yes, ma'am.
You got where I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So now I don't believe at all that he said to you, I don't have any money. I believe he gave you money because otherwise you wouldn't be sitting having a discussion with his sister about meeting up with her later at a strip club while your 2 children are sitting alone in the back of the car. We understand each other?
Yes, ma'am.
Pick it up from there.
At that time, he reaches and grabs me by the hair, pulling me to the floor, dragging me out the house, kicking, pulling my hair, trying to hit me, all that.
You're a trespasser in the house. First of all, I don't believe you.
I have pictures. About 10 minutes.
And how old are your children?
6 and 2.
So you left a 6 and a 2-year-old alone in the back of the car while you were discussing with his sister going to a strip club later on that evening. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a police report. Now, Mr. Fitchard.
Yes, ma'am.
She says that while she was talking to her sister, you grabbed her by the back of the hair and pulled her out of the house, kicking and screaming. Is that what happened?
No, ma'am.
You want to tell me what happened?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I asked her to leave like 3 or 4 times. Then I stood in front of her. I said, please leave. I pointed to the door 3 times. By that time, about the 3rd time, I'm cussing. I'm like, freaking leave. Okay, by that time, she go to jump up and lunge at me. When she lunge at me and go to grab me, I grab her hair and hold. And by the time I grab her hair, the whole time, it is 8 people just knowing we finna fight. As soon as she lunged at me and I grabbed her, 6 people grabbed both of us. No one of us can move. She's down because I was holding her hair, ma'am. But that's it. She's punching, kicking. Then she locked on my knee, biting me. And then eventually they pulled her off of me, and my mom and my sister and someone else escorted her to the car. I sit in the house like 3 to 5 more minutes. She is out there going crazy. Both of us wants to leave, so I tried to leave, and she pulled her car in front of mine. That's what started the altercation where I had to turn my car around.
Your car was in first. Did she pull up behind yours?
No, ma'am.
Where did she pull up, and where were the children?
The children was in the back seat. She pulled up. It's like, okay, when the driveway go, it splits like this. I was right here. She pulled on this side behind another car.
You were both free to leave at that point.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to tell you what I think, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that she started all this trouble. There's no question in my mind she started all this trouble. I think that you exercised poor judgment when she left, when she was out of the house. What you shouldn't have done is gotten into your car in an attempt to leave while she was still on the scene.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
should have waited inside or called the police, let the police come, diffuse the situation. That was a mistake, because there's no question in my mind that she started this whole,
Yes, ma'am.
this whole problem for which she's not getting rewarded.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you file for a protective order?
No, ma'am. I didn't file a protection order because of our son.
Don't tell me because. You didn't file a protective order because if you filed for a protective order, there would have been a hearing, a trial, and there were 8 witnesses to what went down that day. That's why you didn't file for a protective order or press any charges against him. Now, do you visit with your son?
When we're not fighting, like...
So this is what I'm going to suggest to both of you.
Yes, ma'am.
I think if the children live with you, the defendant should pay a regular amount in child support and have a fixed time to visit with his son on his own terms, not your terms. That means that one or both of you can go to the family court. You ask to be legally declared child's father, which is an order of filiation and a paternity order. You say, I want a fixed order of visitation. Do you work?
Yes, ma'am.
Do they pay you by check?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. You tell the court, this is what I make, this is what I earn. And you tell the court that you want them to take a support order right out of your check so that you don't have to have anything to do with her with regard to money. And you tell the court that I want a fixed order of visitation so that she doesn't dictate when you get to visit. The court tells her when.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you don't pay the support order, then they will first take your driver's license away. They'll do all kinds of things. They'll take your tax return, and then they could put you in jail.
Yeah.
She doesn't allow you to see your son when the court tells her to. They will take the child and give him to you.
Okay.
That's what will happen. Now, you made a baby and you have the responsibility to support that child and you have the right to see that child. And he doesn't want to see you anymore. And his sister doesn't want to go to a strip club with you anymore. And you should be a little more concerned about your 2 children, ages 2 and 6, in the back of the car alone at 8 o'clock at night after you've already had an evening out with your friends. You should be more concerned than who he's with and what he's doing. You have no connection with him anymore. We understand each other?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
done with this case.
I'm
done. I'm done
About
with
my
this case.
counterclaim?
Your counterclaim I addressed, sir. I
Okay.
said, as unwise as it was for her to come to the house when she did, because she precipitated all this problem, it was equally as unwise for you to leave the house and get into this jockeying with cars, resulting in both cars getting damaged.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
We're done. The plaintiff is your former girlfriend. You have a child together. Child is how old?
He's 8.
Is that your only child?
No, I have 2 other children.
How old are the 2 others that you have?
I'm 12 and 19.
Did you say about 12?
No, he's 12 years old, and I have a 19-year-old daughter.
Do they live with you?
My son does, yeah, the 12-year-old.
Your 19-year-old daughter is on her own?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be yes. Okay, so you have an 8-year-old, and that's your youngest child. And did you and Miss Burke live together at any point?
No.
But you enjoy visitation with him. Is that court-ordered visitation?
No.
It's visitation that you arranged with each other.
Yes.
And when do you have the visitation?
Just every once in a while. We're going through court right now, so it'll probably be a regular visitation.
A regular visit, okay.
Right.
Well, October 2nd of last year, an incident occurred. Tell me about what was the schedule for visitation on that day?
She was supposed to drop him off with me for 2 hours, and so...
What time?
I can't remember the exact
Well,
time.
this is important. You know you're coming here today because if you don't remember, I'm going to get the information from her.
Oh, okay.
She was supposed to drop him off.
Right.
Is there any reason why you weren't picking him up?
No, she was dropping him off, and I was taking him back.
Do you live far away from each other?
About 30 minutes apart.
So that was the arrangement. She was going to drop him off.
Right.
And you don't remember the time?
I don't remember the exact time.
Do you remember the time?
Our arranged time didn't work out for either one of us. So he told me to give him a call before we left, and that's what I did. I just called him and told him that we were going to be on our way. That was about 4:30.
Do you remember that conversation?
Yes.
Now you do. Okay, so now I'm coming back to you. So she said we're on our way and it takes about 30 minutes to get there, which means that she should have gotten to your house at about 5 o'clock.
Right.
Did she get there at 5 o'clock? And what were you going to do with your son for those 2 hours?
We just went and hung out, and I was going to take him to the park, but he wanted to shoot. I took him to shoot a BB gun.
Did you discuss that with his mother?
No, I sent her pictures of it, so she knew what was going on.
So you sent her a picture of him shooting a BB gun. And where was your 12-year-old at the time?
He was right beside him shooting a BB gun.
And then you decided to take him home.
Yes.
But you decided to take him home a little early.
No.
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 Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, you say in your answer, I know I got that from someplace, she said, when I arrived, she was upset that I dropped him off early.
No.
That's what you said in your
she
answer.
said it was early, but it was way later.
What time did you drop him off?
I don't know. It was nighttime. I don't know exact time. I guess you can get that off the police.
I'm going to go back to her. What time did you get a call that he was bringing him back?
Oh, he was contacting me, and after 6 already telling me it was time that I needed to get home, that we were... It wasn't until about 7:30.
That's very confusing to me, what you just said. That was a mumble. What time did he call you to say he was leaving? Or
he was
text you?
messaging me from 6:30 on.
So from 6:30, and he had visitation for 2 hours.
I told him I would come pick him up at about 8:45.
Oh, so when you dropped him off, you said to him, I'll pick him up.
And I text messaged him also.
No, don't text. What was your initial arrangement? You see, what he says is you dropped him off so that he could have visit, but you really wanted to drop him off so that you would have some free time.
Yeah.
To have a date or whatever, which, Mr. Kelsey, is okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right? That's okay.
Right.
You're not together anymore. She can have a date, and you can be a babysitter.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm going to come back to you. Did you get the message from her, either verbally or by text, that she would pick him up at about 8:45?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But I already had my day planned, and I had things to do, and I was supposed to...
Just a second. What did you have to do?
Well, the agreement...
Not the agreement. What did you have to do?
I was helping somebody move that night. That ain't a good... Huh?
Huh is not an answer. What was the name of the person that you were going to help to move that night? Bob what? Bob what? Get on your phone and give me the number. Get on your phone and give me this Bob's number. Because I'm going to call Bob. And you know what I don't like?
What's that?
I don't like to get up from this bench and go back to the phone. If Bob isn't going to tell me, I don't know what he's talking about moving. I haven't moved.
You want me to call him, you're saying? Okay.
No, I'm going to call.
Oh,
Look at me, Mr. Kelsey.
And it was Bob.
Look at me.
Yes.
Say, I'm sorry, that was the wrong night. I wasn't helping anybody move.
I'm sorry, that was the wrong
night. Say to me, I'm sorry, that was the wrong night. I wasn't helping anybody move.
Why am I saying that?
Because
okay, I'm sorry, that was the wrong night. I wasn't helping anybody move.
Okay. So
I don't understand why I'm saying that.
Hey, I'm way ahead of you. I know exactly what it's all about. Put your phone away. Put it down now. I've been doing family court work for 40 years.
Have you?
I know exactly who you are, and I know exactly what she is. She wanted an evening out. She has, how many children do you have?
One,
an 8-year-old. So it'd be nice if the child was with his father for one night. She didn't have to worry about him. Maybe could have a date. And she said, and even though you were only supposed to have him, according to you, for 2 hours, I assume it's not a burden to have your 8-year-old son, sir?
No, it's not at all.
And you were out shooting BBs with him from 5 to 6. Did you give him dinner?
Yeah, he ate.
Yeah, just a second. That's not what I asked you. Did you give him dinner?
Yes.
Okay. From when to when?
I don't know. I wasn't sitting and watching the clock the whole time I had him.
Now I know exactly who you are.
Who am
I know exactly who you are.
you? Do.
So when she texted you and said, I'll pick him up at 9:15, which is what you agreed to, because she's got that on her phone, what did you say to her?
I said, that wasn't the agreement. You said 2 hours. I said, I'll be bringing him back. She didn't text me like that. She said, I'll be bringing him back when I'm done going out and partying. That's what she said.
She said she'll pick him up.
Huh?
Not you'll drop him off. She said she'll
Yeah,
pick
she'll
him up.
pick him up, but that
Just a
wasn't the
second.
agreement.
I know it wasn't your agreement. I'm just trying to figure out, sir, why you think that spending an extra 2 hours with your son is a burden.
It wasn't a burden.
And what was the trouble? If you were supposed to have him from 5 to 7, and she said, I'll pick him up, so you don't have to drive a half hour there and a half hour back, I'll pick him up from your house. I don't understand why you had a problem with that.
I didn't have a problem with it.
Then why did you take him home?
Well, because the 2 hour agreement was
just a
passed,
second.
and
Then
I took
why,
him home like 3 hours later.
Just a second. We're not talking about agreement.
Okay.
Then if she said, I'll pick him up, why did you bring him home?
Because it was time for him to go home.
Okay, I got you. So I said, I got you. So what time did you get him home?
I thought it was almost around 9 o'clock.
No.
Okay.
Just a second. You thought it was 9. What time was it?
7:30.
Okay, so at 7:30, you drove him home.
Yes.
Now, since you seem to have a memory loss about the times in the evening, because that's exactly what it was, because you said, I'm supposed to have him for 2 hours. Not more than 2 hours, 2 hours, and I'm not babysitting with him while you go out, while you have a good time, while you have somebody in your house. I'm not doing that, so I'm bringing him home at when we said in our agreement. Oh. Just for my own information, Mr. Kelsey, prior to October 2nd, when had you last spent time with your son?
Well, every time I go.
Shh. I need a date.
I don't know.
Prior to October 2nd.
Okay.
When had you spent time with him? That would be sometime in September. When in September?
September 31st.
Is that right?
It was about 2 years prior that
2 years?
That you had taken him.
She's not.
That he had taken him and had some one-on-one time. He's talking about just swinging by.
I'm not talking about swinging by.
I
wanted
him to have one-on-one time.
Just a second. Don't tell me what you wanted. You want a little time out. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine.
These texts she's saying I'm sending, do you know, she gets on a text messaging app
I
and makes
want
these
to
texts
know
up.
when
You know that,
was
right?
the last
I've got
time.
my phone records.
When
Well,
was
good, get the phone records.
I want to know when was the last time prior to October 2nd that you prepared dinner for your son at your house?
Prepare dinner for him at my house?
That's my question.
I've never prepared dinner at my house for him. She hasn't ever at her house either. She don't know how to cook.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't.
Very good. I actually had enough with him. This is what your case is about. You allege that when he drove your son home at 7:30, there was a kerfuffle. You were annoyed that he brought him home at 7:30. He was annoyed because of him, whatever, and you allege that he scratched your car.
Yes.
I want you to tell me how that transpired.
So he was text messaging me, be home. I pulled up and I stayed out.
You pulled up where?
In front of my home.
So you come home and you pull up in front of your house.
Right. And I didn't even get out. I stayed in my vehicle because I figured Jackson had not eaten. So I was going to just take off after he dropped him off. So he comes speeding around the corner and slams on his brakes. Now we're, like nose to nose. And I get out of my vehicle to go to the passenger side to get Jackson out of the car. And he, at that time, exited his vehicle. So now we're crossing paths. Jackson had fallen asleep. So I was waking him up. I look over and he's all leaned into my car. Ryan is. And I didn't know what he was getting. And most likely, my phone, he takes things. I didn't
Don't tell me most likely. You saw him leaning into your car.
Yes. So I grabbed his keys out of the ignition of the car he was driving and I tossed them into the middle of the road to get him out of my car. And he then grabs my keys and he gets out of my vehicle and tosses them as hard as he could into an empty lot.
Okay, so you threw his keys into the road, he threw your keys into an empty lot.
Correct.
So far, that's pretty consistent with what I read in both the complaint and the answer. Go ahead.
So I tell my son, baby, he's awake now. Baby, go sit up on the porch. I had to get my keys to get the house key. I went towards the empty lot to find my keys, and Ryan was, yelling pretty derogatory terms to me. And I turn around, and that's when I saw him. He was coming around the passenger side front fender, and he gets something out of his pocket and did this motion like a knife, I thought, and he goes across my front driver's side.
Do you have pictures of your car?
I do.
I'd like to take a look at them. And I'd like to see the police report as well.
Okay, there's pictures and there's the police report.
Did you ever file criminal charges?
He asked if I wanted to press
And you
charges,
said yes.
and I said yes.
And you said yes. Other than the contact that was made by the police on the 2nd, were you ever contacted by the police again?
No.
With regard to this?
No, she dropped the charges the next day.
No,
I
didn't. Show me.
Did she drop the charges?
Yeah.
How would I have that? The police?
Well,
I never got a warrant out.
Then you don't know what happened.
Well, a warrant never came out for me.
That doesn't mean she dropped the charges, sir.
Well, she told me the next day she dropped the charges.
I did not.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You are such a liar.
Then how come I never got charged for it?
Because they may have had other things to do than get in between you two idiots who had a fight in front of your 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
You have to pay for the scratches on the car, you fool.
Every time I go around her, there's a fight.
Fool.
Hey, would you like to see some of her text messages to me?
No, I don't
'Cause
want to
got
see any text
I got
messages from her.
some
I
things
think
here
you're a
that'll
big
change your mind
baby.
about her.
I think you're a big baby. Judgment for the
I wish
plaintiff
I
in
could
the
play a
amount of
couple
$549. We're done. Mr. Guidron, this used to be your friend or your girlfriend or a casual acquaintance that you met on the internet?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you had, according to you, a short relationship. Is that where you met him on the internet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. It's your claim that she vandalized your car once you ended the relationship. That's what the case is about. She vandalized your car by keying it. Ms. Perez, while she sort of acknowledges she was in the general vicinity of where your car was, said that she never touched your car. That's probably because you have a lousy character and many female enemies that somebody did that. So I want to ask you a few questions, and then I'm going to Ms. Perez because I've read her answer very carefully. You did write an answer truthfully, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. You met Ms. Perez when? Month and year.
It was May the 26th, 2016.
And when was the first time you met her in person?
It was the same day, actually, that I met her online.
Okay, well, life is different, now. It's kind of hard for me to relate to that. I know it's equally as hard for Officer Byrd to relate to that kind of meeting. We usually met people when we were at a social or a basketball game. Friends introduce you. My girlfriend has a best friend, would be perfect for you. So this is all relatively new to us. So you met her, you saw a picture of her online, you were enamored with the picture. Clearly she liked your picture and you met that day. That was the 26th of May.
Yes.
When did you and Miss Perez cease being friends?
It was like 2 weeks after that. So it would be like about June 19 or June 18. That's when everything just I decided I didn't want to be.
Try not to use like.
Okay, I'll stop.
Just try. I know it's very hard because I have grandchildren, but try not to use filler words. You stopped seeing her, it wasn't like June 19th, it was on June 19th.
Yeah.
Good. And you stopped seeing her because?
Because her friend reached out to me telling me how she is, and pretty much she was just showing the fake person, identity of herself.
Okay, so you believed somebody else about her?
Yes.
Now, between May 26th and June 19th, and I'm asking these questions for a reason, did you have an intimate relationship with her?
Yes.
Did Miss Perez ever tell you that in this 3-week period of time that she was pregnant?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. On what date did she tell you she was pregnant?
I don't remember, but it was on a Monday on June.
Now, Ms. Perez, I'm going to ask you just a couple of questions.
Go for it, Your Honor.
You agree that you met on May 26th?
Yes.
Do you agree that you last saw him in any sort of social relationship on June 19th?
No.
When did you last see him?
Like August?
Not like August.
Okay, on August, but I'm not really sure what exact day it was. I just know it was in the middle of the week.
Where did you see him?
At his house?
So you spent time at his house?
Yes.
And you're positive it was August?
Yes.
Okay. And you're positive it was June?
Yes.
On what date did you have this incident with your car?
It was on Labor Day, September 6th.
Your Honor, I would actually...
Shh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to take a look at it.
Both of them? Yeah, all 3 of them. This should be 3.
Thank you. Okay, so the police report dated June 15th, where you complained that she was harassing you. That had nothing to do with keying the car.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So, Ms. Perez, let's get back to you.
Yeah.
You said that you last were at his house in August. That's clearly untrue. He complained to the police in this narrative on June 15th. June 15th, not August 15th. He said, I asked Mr. Guadrone what happened. This is the police officer, and he told me he arrived home at about 0010 hours. After he parked his vehicle in his driveway, he heard a vehicle turn from the street. He looked toward the vehicle and noticed it was a white Honda with paper plates. He knew his ex-girlfriend, Sabrina Olivia. Is that your name?
Oliva.
Oliva. So what do you use Perez?
That's my mother's maiden last name.
Great. He knew his ex-girlfriend, Sabrina Oliva, had a similar car. He got into his car and followed the Honda Civic as it drove away. He caught up with the vehicle and saw Oliva driving the vehicle. He recorded the incident on his cell phone. He returned home and contacted the police. He told me he dated Oliva for about a month. He broke up with her, and we're talking in June, not August, and he told me she has been harassing him ever since. I called her on the phone, this is the police officer, and asked her what happened. She told me she dropped off her friend who lives on Maple Street. Is that you?
No, that's not me.
Is that you? So that person's not here. The person that's his friend that you became best friends who lives right across the street. That's what you say in your answer. To me, after the plaintiff cut me off, cut me out of his life, I became friends with his best friend who lives right across the street from me.
Can I say something, Your Honor? There's two different friends. That friend this is a friend that I was sleeping with. The other friend I was actual friends, mutual friends that they went to high school with.
So we have June. So you want to rethink the last time you had social contact with him?
I don't recall exactly what time. I just remember after that whole incident, me and him, some way, somehow we made up and we made an agreement that we would still have sexual relations without any...
Okey-dokey. All right. Now, and then he reported the vandalism on June 13th. He reported 4 tires were slashed. That was on June 13th. Where is the report of the keying of the car?
The officer didn't write a report. It should be in the bag.
Oh, the call.
Yeah.
The call.
Yeah, he didn't report
Got
as a
it.
criminal.
And this call came in on September 8th.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to turn to you. Now I've got some idea of what's going on and who's a lunatic and who's not. So you want to tell me on the date of this incident, which was what date? September 6th. You were at a friend's house.
Yes.
And what's his friend's name?
It's Isaiah's and Joelle.
You went to Isaiah's house. And at some point, Isaiah asked you to leave, according to you.
Yes.
And the reason he asked you to leave is because the plaintiff was coming to the party.
Mm-hmm.
No, uh-huh.
Yes.
That would be a yes. So he said to you, I really think it's a good idea that you leave because, what's your first name? So he said to you, I really think it's a good idea that you leave because, what's your first name?
Brian.
Brian is coming. I don't think it's a good idea that you be here. Now, when you left, did you leave by car?
Yes.
Where did you go?
Across the street to my house.
So you got into your car to drive to your house across the street?
Mm-hmm. He lives in like a high-rise building, and then I lived in condos. I lived in a condo like right next door. It's like a gated condo. So I can't just walk there.
And you went to your house?
Yes.
At what time?
Around 11:30.
In the morning or at night?
Night.
Was anybody home when you got home?
Yes.
Who?
My father.
But then you decided to go back out again.
Mm-hmm.
Not That's not
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
And where did you go?
I went back
to Isaiah's house.
Isaiah's house.
At what time?
It was really very shortly after that, like around 11:45.
So you went home for 15 minutes and then you went back to
Yes.
Isaiah's house. And in order to get back to Isaiah's house, you had to go to your parking space, get your car.
Yes.
Go to Isaiah's house, who lives in a high-rise, find a parking space?
No, there's where everyone parks. It's just like a big parking lot.
And what did you do there?
They asked me to come back. And
who asked you to come back?
Isaiah's.
Isaiah called you. Isaiah called you.
Texted.
Texted. I'd like to see that.
Oh, I deleted all of their messages.
Well, why would you do that?
We were all arguing. There was a big fight after that.
Well, that would be all the more reason to hold on to the text messages.
I have a couple of screenshots of when Brian reached out to me about the whole incident. but just I went back there mostly just to. We were all friends. I mean, I made mutual friends.
You weren't friends. They asked you to leave. When you came back and you drove over there, did you go back into that? Just pay attention. Did you go back into the house? Just a second.
No, I didn't. I picked up another friend
Just a
of his.
second. You did not go into the house.
I didn't.
Well, which friend texted you?
Joelle.
Joelle texted you?
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
I don't have it. Anything of that.
You have a recording or whatever
Yes.
of the defendant,
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Oliva,
Yes.
admitting that she keyed your car.
I have the text messages. The video
I'd like to see it.
Yeah. This is a video pretty much showing how aggressive she could be.
I don't want the video. I don't care.
Okay.
I want to see the text message of her
Here
on
you
your
go.
phone, not the piece of paper.
Here you go. It's from here.
And while I'm looking at that, would you give me an estimate on photographs of the keying of your car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
What?
I just wanted to point out that when he reached out to me because I have a copy of it too, at 1:50, that was the first time that I have heard from him in months. So main reason why I mostly responded back, as you can see, is I didn't even talk about the car.
Just a second. You just said that this is the first time you had heard from him in months. This is
Not in months. I meant
this is in September. You told me that you broke up with him in August.
We didn't break up in August. We broke up earlier than that, but we were still having sexual relationships after that.
Just a second, but according to you, you told him early on that you were pregnant within the first couple of weeks. How does somebody know they're pregnant within the first couple of weeks of a relationship?
I found out I was pregnant in June 4th, 2016, which I have a picture of my pregnancy test with the date on it.
Listen to me carefully, brain trust. You acknowledge that you met him on May 26th. So if you were pregnant and it showed on June 4th that you were pregnant, not possible.
The doctor even confirmed it.
Oh, you could be pregnant, but he's not the father. Fool. So the car belongs to who, your mother?
Yes, my mother.
Okay. Who are you?
Sabrina's friend.
Stand up. When you say friend, a friend? A
Friend.
boyfriend?
No, just friend.
You've been her friend for a long time?
Few months.
Few months.
Months, yeah.
You still living at home with your father?
No, Your Honor.
Who do you live with?
Just roommates, big house roommates.
How do you support yourself?
My mother pays my bills.
Your mother pays you bills, but you were living with your father.
My father took me back in after I broke up with him just because he
You broke up with him, you were with him for 2 weeks.
Well, yeah. After we ended our little fling, he had girls try to get back at
Listen
me.
to me, I don't care.
I know you
don't care.
I know you
don't
don't.
care. I'm asking
I know
you,
you
you
don't.
live with your father, but your mother pays your bills. And I'm just questioning that.
Yeah, my mom pays my bills.
Great. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,800. We're finished.
What is that, excuse me, Mr.
Mr. McDonald, I'm going to start with you, sir.
Okay.
You and Miss Perez worked at the same place. You were the manager of the place where you worked. What kind of facility was that?
It's a check cashing.
You were the manager, and what role did you have there? You were selling a car.
I was assistant manager.
That is correct.
And Miss Perez and you came to an agreement that she was going to purchase the car. When was that, Mr. McDonald?
We started talking about it probably about August 11th, 2016.
Did she purchase it in August of 2016?
Yes, she did.
And she gave you a down payment?
That is correct.
How much?
$2,500.
And the agreement was she was going to pay you $200 a month.
The agreement was that she would give me $100 every payday, which would be $200 per month, some months $300.
And in the month of September, did the payment start immediately in September, or were they delayed until October?
No, ma'am, they started till October 1st was her first payment.
Did she make a payment in October?
Yes, she did.
Did she make a payment in November?
Yes, she did. It was late.
Okay, but she made a payment in November.
That's correct.
Did she make a payment in December?
No.
Do you have any proof that you made a payment in December?
No.
And you didn't make the payment in December. Why did you not make the payment in December?
I spoke with Larry and I let him know that my daughter, we had a situation out of town, and he was okay with me not making a payment. And I told him I'll make up for it in January.
Did you make a payment in January?
Yes, I did.
Did she make a payment in January?
In January, yes.
Okay, January what?
January 19th.
And how much did she give you in January?
$200.
Had she had a discussion with you in December about some emergency that she had?
She had a discussion with me to tell me that she needed time off work to take her daughter back to see her aunt and that she would be back at a time, but did not.
Did she tell you well, you must have asked her what about the car payment for December?
Yes, and she said she was going to be making it.
And she did not?
No.
In January, however, she made the payment on the 19th.
That's correct.
And on that same day, when she made the payment, you repossessed the car. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you didn't tell her when she made the payment to you that you were repossessing the car because you knew, according to you, that she was going to be fired from her job the following week. Is that correct? That's what you say.
That's correct, but the fact is that she only had made up to January 19th and made 2 payments, so she was 6 payments behind.
No,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, she
Not
was.
according to you.
No?
I just asked you those questions, sir. I said, did she make a payment to you in October?
Which
You
she
said
did,
you were
one
paid.
payment. You asked me if she made a payment, and I said yes, she made one. She made 1 payment in November.
Of how much?
$100 each, both times.
So she made $200, and she was supposed to pay you how much?
$400.
$400 a month.
That's-
So $200.
No, okay, let me back up. October, she should have paid me $200, $100 for each pay period.
Just a second. So she paid you $200.
No,
How much did she pay you?
$100.
Okay, so she only made 1 payment in
That is
October.
correct.
Got it. Now I got it. You have proof that you made 2 payments in October. Question. There's a question before you. Did you make 2 payments in October?
No.
In November, how many payments did she make?
1 payment of $100.
Do you have proof that you made 2 payments in November? Because you were supposed to make 2 a month, right? Well, then he had every right to repossess your car. Because what he said was, initially, I said, well, if she made her payments in October and November, she missed December, but then she paid in January. She gave him $200 in January, and he took the car back right after the payment. That sounds a little sketchy. But you didn't pay him in October. You didn't pay him in November because you owed him money in both October and November. You didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't pay him in January until January 19th. What did you expect him to do?
No,
Give you a gold star?
I did make 2 payments, but I made 1 payment in October.
You made a payment of how much? $100.
In October, no, 135 plus 115 because we went half on the thermostat that went out. So I made
don't
a
care.
payment.
Listen to me. I don't care about the thermostat that went out.
Okay.
You were supposed to pay him $100 a pay period.
Yes.
How many payments did you make him?
I made
make to him
one
in-
payment of 250 in October.
250. Show me.
I can show you the text that I text them, and I can't show you because
November.
nope.
Well, you knew you were coming to court today, madam. This is your case. What you're suing him for is
All my
the money.
evidence was in the Jeep. I had receipts like this in the Jeep. I didn't think my Jeep was going to get taken, so I don't have evidence. I don't want to say yes, I did when I can't come here and prove it to you, but everything's in the Jeep.
No, there wasn't.
Shh.
Sorry.
Shh.
There was nothing in the Jeep that was not given back to her. Everything that was in the Jeep is...
Sorry, Miss Perez.
Your Honor, there is a few things that still
Sorry,
in the
Miss
Jeep.
Perez. He didn't steal the vehicle. He repossessed the car because you hadn't been making payments to him as you were supposed to make payments to him while you were working for him.
Yep.
And then you were going to get fired, so we knew for sure you weren't going to make any payments.
And
Yet,
she also
you didn't
wasn't
make payments when you were working and getting paid at all in December.
It was just December. I made
No.
payments.
You have no proof that you made all your payments in October or November.
And she had her insurance canceled 4 different times through this whole
No, I
thing.
didn't.
I've got evidence.
Doesn't matter. She has no case. Now, you have a counterclaim.
That is correct.
Your counterclaim is for damage to the vehicle and impound fees.
That is correct.
What impound fees?
Because she reported the car stolen, and the car wasn't stolen, she was told that...
Just a second. Did you give her notice that you would repossess the car?
I told her that I took the car when I paid her off.
And when was that?
That was the following Tuesday. Because of the fact...
Just a second. When had she reported the car stolen? That was immediately.
The 20th.
So then you have to pay the impound fees.
But the Sacramento Police Department said the report should have never been taken.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me what anybody said
Okay,
to you.
I'm just-
You had the car while she was at work. You had the car repossessed. You didn't tell her about it that day. She comes out. She looks for her car. Her car's not there. She reports it stolen. She doesn't find out until later, till after you paid her off, days later, that you actually had the car. So if the car was impounded because she reported it stolen, you should have told her immediately. That's all. Now, money owed for damaged vehicle. Tell me how the vehicle was damaged.
Well, there was one damage to the right driver's door, which my witness is the first one that saw it.
Just a second. All you have to do is show me a picture.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have recordings with their insurance saying he didn't know where the vehicle was.
Just a second.
He had no.
Listen, you have no case. You didn't make your payments.
I just don't. I made payments. I just don't have proof.
I'm sorry.
Because it was repossessed, and he's not going to give me his credit card statement. If you get his credit card statement, it will
Madam,
show.
you acknowledge you made no payments in December, and you didn't make any payments until January 19th. For January.
No.
And that has nothing to do with
January
October and November.
was for December that I talked to him about. In October and November, I only made one payment. You asked me if I made two, and I do have proof. I mean, and his.
You don't have proof.
I don't, because he's repossessed his car, which has all my evidence in it. How's that fair to me?
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate that he lied to everybody.
Next time, keep better evidence.
Yes.
I can't see what you're pointing to, sir. I can't see what this is.
You can see the dent right in the center of the picture. Can I?
Talking about here?
And here's the.
You're talking about
right there.
here?
Insurance payments. I've been paying insurance. Proof.
I don't care if you've been paying insurance. You weren't paying him.
Yeah, I was.
You have proof that you're paying insurance. You should have proof that you were paying him. How did the car get dented here?
I don't know. When I wasn't pointed out it, he pointed out to me. Oh, well, actually, Marie pointed out to me, and I told him when I was on the freeway, I heard a dink, but didn't notice anything until she pointed it out. It looks like a rock or a ball, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure it might have been on there before.
Just a second. You saw this dent?
Yeah.
Good. Stand up. Did you see how it happened?
No.
No. She doesn't know how it happened either.
But I know the car how it was when Larry gave it to her. And so when I came to work and it was literally 70 feet away from me, I said, "What is that dent?"
What? It looks like somebody hit a car door onto hers. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there was an accident. It
No.
looked like somebody hit their car door into hers.
Or it looks like
or a
someone
ball,
took a
or a
foot.
ball, right?
Something.
That's what. So, what do you want? Your case is dismissed. Your counterclaim is for the missed payments.
No. My countersuit is for the insurance to fix the vehicle.
Why is mine dismissed?
Why?
I just told you why. I told you 4 times because you have no proof that you paid him in October and November what you were supposed to pay him. You acknowledge you didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't offer a payment until almost the end of January. Don't speak. That's why your case is dismissed. He had every right to repossess the car. Do you understand? Use the $2,500 deposit to fix the door. You got it? Perfect. We're done. Well, this is actually a pretty confusing car case, even for me. So maybe, Mr. Cormier, you can make it easier for me. You purchased a car from Mr. Bolsh. When? Month, day, and year.
It was September 18th, 2014.
And you had not known him before?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Bolsh, what kind of work do you do, sir?
I'm in the oil field, oil and gas.
And do you have your own company, or do you work for somebody?
No, ma'am, it's my own company.
And how long have you had that company?
10 years.
Prior to that, did you work for someone else?
No, ma'am, I had another company.
Same kind of business?
Yes, ma'am.
Different location?
Yes, ma'am, Laredo, Texas.
Mr. Bolsh, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I just want to figure out who you are. Who is this young man?
This is my son.
You live with your son? Do you have family? Are there the children?
Yes, ma'am, I have 5 sons and 3 daughters, and 2 foster kids, David and Diana.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony, Mr. Bosch?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever been convicted of a misdemeanor, Mr. Bosch?
No, ma'am.
I'm asking you these simple questions because somehow Mr. Cormier seems to think that you scammed him out of a car that you sold to him on the 18th of September 2014. So I'm trying to get an idea of who you are and whether this is something that was a typical thing for you to do. Now, what kind of a car did you sell him, Mr. Bosch?
It was a Mustang.
Had you had it for a long time?
A couple of years.
How old was it?
I guess it was around 10 years old.
And how much did you sell it for to Mr. Cormier?
$3,500.
So far, we are correct, Mr. Cormier. So far, correct. And you didn't know him before?
No, ma'am.
You saw the car parked in the street?
No, I bought it off of Craigslist.
And you looked at it. And when you went, you gave him cash for it?
Yes, ma'am.
He doesn't deny that he gave him cash, and he gave you the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he also give you the title to the car?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have the car and the title.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was titled in his name?
Yes, ma'am.
And he signed the title over to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now you can pick it up from there.
I can probably need a little bit of help. I got incarcerated about 4 days afterwards. It was at my mom's house, and she was trying to sell it. She knows a little bit more as far as details.
Fine. So you were incarcerated for how long?
14 or 15 months.
So you don't know what happened to the car after 14 or 15 months yourself?
No, ma'am.
But you were in touch with your mother for
Yes,
those
ma'am.
14 or 15 months. Okay. Now step up. Your last name is?
Cormier.
All right, Miss Cormier. Now, your son is incarcerated for a year and a half. He has this Mustang that he has just purchased for $3,500. Pick up the story. Why is Mr. Bosch here today?
About a week or so after my son was incarcerated, I think it started raining. The Mustang had holes in the roof, and I had no key to it. The key was with my son down in Galveston, about 250 miles away. He suggested I contact Mr. Bolsh to see if he have a spare key, which he did. We met at his office, got the spare key. I explained to him I wasn't really sure about what I was going to do with the title. I needed to know the disposition of my son's case, if I would put it in my name, if I was going to sell it. You know, there was lots of different variables going on. And so we had faxed each other, had called each other on the cell phone. I got the key back.
Bottom line is, your son never registered the car in his name before he was incarcerated.
Right.
The title is in your son's name.
Correct.
And you did not register the car.
No, ma'am.
Okay. And he, Mr. Balsh, gave you the spare key that you requested. What's next?
Probably a month or so later, my son's girlfriend, a friend of hers who lived with her dad, wanted to buy the vehicle on payments. And then about a month or so later, and I relayed that to Mr. Bolsh.
He has nothing to do with it.
No, he doesn't, but I just wanted to let him know what was going on.
Well, I don't know why. I don't know why. There would be no reason to let him know. Somebody else wanted to buy the car.
Right.
On payments. And the car is no longer his. He has turned over the title to your son.
I'm assuming, I thought maybe he may want to know why he hadn't received the, they send a copy of the title, I think.
Oh, you mean because it had not been taken out of his name yet, despite the fact that he had turned it over to you. If you or this girl that was wanted to buy it on payments drove around with it and didn't register it, if the car got into an accident, his business is liable. He's liable. His children are liable. His family is liable. So you...
It was a courtesy on my part, I believe.
It wasn't a courtesy. The right thing to do had been to register the car so that he, who had sold you the car, no longer has any liability. Now it's your liability or your son's liability. But then you were going to increase his liability by selling the car to someone who wanted to buy it on payments. Did you sell it to that person?
I never fully got to. He asked to take it to a shop, which he did. He gave me $300-400, and I haven't seen it. This person named Adam. He lived with my son's girlfriend's father. He did his paperwork, his books. He took it to a shop in a little town, supposedly outside of San Antonio, to his shop to have it looked at. I haven't seen it since. He was arrested soon after that.
And?
Well, that's the car.
Just a second.
And so I started looking for it.
Just a second.
I started looking for the vehicle. I've got search results. I drove around looking for it.
So now, because of both of your irresponsible behavior, I'm just following this because of both of yours, his and yours. I don't care about the car. You have a businessman who's got a gaggle of children that he supports. If this car is in an accident and kills somebody, if this car gets tickets, if this car has any involvement with the police authorities, they're coming after him. Outrageous, actually. Not malicious. I don't think you did it maliciously. But you do have to recognize that you exposed him. Now you're suing him. You have the Mustang back?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever get the Mustang back?
I never saw the Mustang after he took it.
So why are we here?
Because when I found the Mustang on Craigslist in July of 2015, I called the Pflugerville where it was. I called the police department. They said because it wasn't in my name, I needed to go to the DMV and get a certified copy of it, which I did the next day. On the certified copy, and I've got copies of it, I have on May 1st, 2015, Mr. Balch went and applied for a duplicate title, and he stated on there, okay. And then on May 15th, he resold it to a Freddie. He resold a vehicle that was not his.
Well, somebody with his name did that. And maybe it was Adam.
Adam is in jail. He's in prison.
Just a second. Or
I'm
maybe
sorry.
Adam's mother. Oh, who knows?
Looks the same.
No, ma'am. I'm sorry.
I'll take a look. Did you
Okay,
resell
I
the
do
car?
have
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did you apply for a duplicate title?
Yes, I did.
Okay, when? Tell me when you applied for a duplicate title and why.
I guess that was May 1st, 2015.
Yes.
And my son David can, he was at this time involved.
Just a second.
Okay.
Do you know what happened with the duplicate title?
Yes, ma'am. Once we got the duplicate.
Why did you get a duplicate title?
She had called us.
You mean Mrs. Cormier?
Mrs. Cormier had called us, informed us that she had lost the title.
No.
Once that had happened,
I'm sorry.
my dad had then gone to the DMV.
Just a second. She said she lost the title.
Yes, ma'am. She said.
Oh, just a second. Well, if you gave Adam the car to take to his shop, listen to me carefully,
ma'am.
Ms. Cormier.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
If
sorry.
you gave Adam the car to take to his shop just to look at it, you would not have given Adam the title to the car.
No.
I'd like to see the title to the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, one of the things you're supposed to do, Mr. Bosch, is put in the date of the sale, because you signed this, as did Mr. Keith Cormier, but you didn't put in the date of this sale. It's a good idea that you do that. Okay, so now she has her copy of this.
Original.
So now my question is, why would she call you for a duplicate title? Go ahead.
Mrs. Cormier had then informed us that her son Keith was driving, and the title flew out the window. That is the story that we got. We didn't ask no questions about it. We said, okay, but once we get this duplicate, we expect this car to be changed over.
Now, my question to you is, did she ever tell you that her son was incarcerated?
She did. We then asked if we could switch the title in her name. She made the date. She said, next Tuesday I'll be free. When she said that, we waited. We worked 2 blocks from the DMV. We said, we'll drive you over, we'll sign everything over there, and you can get it done. She never appeared on that date. She called 2 weeks later, and then we rescheduled it again. She did this a number of times, and she never appeared while it's still registered in Dad's name.
It's no longer registered in your name?
Not no more.
Now, is it registered in the name of either of these 2 people? Do you know?
No.
No.
Do you know that it's not?
Yes.
In whose name is the car registered?
Freddie.
And do you know who that is?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is it?
It is a fellow who contacted me. He ran our license plate because the car was impounded twice.
Car was impounded?
Impounded twice. He contacted me, said he traded his car. He's about 17 at this time, and at the time that he contacted me. Said he traded his car. They took his car and some money and gave him that car with no title. So he ended up getting pulled over, and they asked him who Bill Balch was.
Do you remember the date of the call from Freddie?
It was around May 15th, because that's the day that we transferred. So it was about a 15-day stretch.
May 15th of what year?
2015.
Did you ever receive any impound bills for your car?
No, ma'am.
Where had the car been impounded?
Once was with her son, Freddie, in San Antonio. That's where the car was impounded at. I don't know if they parked it. All I know is we got a phone call, and Mrs. Cormier was trying to get it out of impound.
I think it was a guy.
I believe everything he says. I believe everything he says.
Wow.
Right, good. So I don't know where your car is. You should take responsibility. You got busted. Your mother did not take appropriate caution, so that Mr. Bosch had no responsibility for your car. You didn't take proper precaution. Your son didn't take proper precaution. And I find that neither one of these 2 people had anything to do with getting your car impounded, getting the title transferred and reselling it. I don't see any evidence of that. None. Your case is dismissed. We're
Hold on,
done.
ma'am. I have a picture right here that shows that the car is parked in front of my mom's house October 2015.
We are done. Mr. Stoffel, would you go over to that sign over there? Point out your car. You're the one near the stop sign.
That's correct.
Point out the plaintiff's car. He had no stop sign.
That's correct.
Go back. When did the accident happen, sir?
June 12th, 2017.
What time of the day did this accident happen?
About 1:30 in the afternoon.
What kind of car were you driving?
1993 Chevy S10 pickup truck.
And you, sir?
2005 Dodge minivan.
Did you have insurance the day you were driving?
I did.
Did you?
I did not at the time. I thought I did.
Everybody always thinks that they have insurance, which is why you're here today. So let me explain something to you, Mr. Stoffel. You had no insurance and you had a stop sign. That means it's your fault.
The insurance doesn't have anything to do at this point in time. I understand that.
No,
causing
the
the
insurance has everything to do with it because you're not supposed to be driving a car without insurance.
I understand that.
No,
causing
the
the
insurance has everything to do with it because you're not supposed to be driving a car without insurance. But he says that they thought that they had
That's
insurance.
not the typical vehicle I drive. I was switching vehicles. The van didn't have insurance on it. I
don't
thought my
understand.
wife called.
I don't
My
know.
wife thought I
I
called.
don't know. Yeah, you had no insurance. You had no right to be driving a car, and you had a stop sign. Can I see pictures of the accident, please?
Absolutely.
What kind of work do you do, Mr. Stoffel?
I'm an office manager.
For whom?
A law office. I can't say.
You have the police report?
It's a crash report, but yes, I do have it.
I have a police report right here, ma'am.
I'd like to see it. And I'd like to see the one Mr. Stoffel has, too.
Okay, this is also the crash report.
Nice report. You have no insurance and you were at a stop sign. End of story.
But the insurance doesn't have anything to do with it, ma'am.
Oh,
I
yes.
proceeded to pull
Oh,
out.
you can't pull
He
out.
struck my vehicle.
You can't pull out.
Doing the high rate of speed that he's doing. I have a witness saying that he had pulled out earlier down the road, driving
Listen to me-
recklessly.
Listen to me very carefully. His name is Chris.
That's correct.
You had no insurance and you had a stop sign. Your fault.
I understand that.
And
It's
it's
my
your fault.
It's my
No
fault.
insurance.
But yet
no
alone,
insurance.
Yet alone, his
No insurance.
driving, my witness
No-
saying that he was driving
Listen to
recklessly.
me. Not
11
interested, Chris. Do you understand?
Can I say something?
11 convictions of speeding.
Listen, no insurance and a stop sign. That's what stop signs are for.
I know what stop signs are for. But as I go to proceed out, due to his rate of speed based on the witness.
Okay. What kind of car?
A 93 Chevy S10.
Okay. We don't go back that far, do we?
I have the Blue Book value from the NADA Classics because it is considered to be a classic.
Listen to me. Don't give me classic.
Okay.
Not giving you classic.
Okay.
Do you understand? How much did you pay for it and when?
I bought it back in 2014, and I paid $1,000 for it.
Just for my own information. Were you going too fast?
No. No, I had only actually, I come out a block down the road, so I didn't have enough.
No, just a second.
He was flying.
Chris?
He was cruising.
Chris?
He was doing
Chris?
about 65 miles
Chris?
an hour in a 35.
Chris?
There's
I don't,
no way.
Chris, doesn't matter. You don't drive a car without insurance.
That's irrelevant.
Not to me it isn't. Maybe to you. Not to me it isn't.
If you wouldn't have been going so fast, you wouldn't
put him
even
out.
hit the van.
Thank you.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
He thinks that
Come
this
here.
is a
Come here.
cocktail hour.
See that door?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the one.
So you're saying the fact that
I'm saying judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $250. We're finished. Thank you. You are Mr. Glass?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is your girlfriend.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this is one child together.
I have one child.
You have one child, not yours.
Not my child.
Mr. Glass, you came and rented an apartment from the defendants.
Yes.
What month?
In the end of February, so it was for March.
What was the rent on the apartment?
It was $1,300 plus a month and a half security, Your Honor.
And how much money did you give them?
$1,950 plus $1,300, so that should be $3,250.
And you moved in March.
Yes, about March 16th to be exact.
Where had you been living prior to that?
I was staying with my mother, and she was staying on MLK.
Did both of you work?
Yes.
So this was the first time you were going to try living together.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have a lease?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can I see a copy of the lease?
I don't believe I brought it with me, Your Honor.
Do you have a copy of the lease? I'd like to see it. Okay, so you moved into the apartment in mid-March.
Yes.
Did you move your furniture in?
Yes, that's when we moved everything in.
Okay, and that was all from your apartment where you were living?
Well, we,
No.
we saved our money and we went and brought new furniture.
And then you moved out in mid-April.
Yes, Your Honor.
What you're doing is seeking your security deposit back?
Yes.
Because according to what I read in the complaint, you found that the premises was not as promised.
Yes.
Tell me why.
All right. So basically, like they told me
I don't want you to use the word basically, and I don't want you to use the word like.
No problem, Your Honor. So we moved in, and they told us they promised everything was brand new.
What
they,
is everything?
They told us the whole house was brand new. Everything that they put in, everything was new.
But you saw the place before.
Yes, we saw the place before.
Was everything brand new?
No.
Everything wasn't brand new.
So is what you're telling me they said they would put in new things?
Yes, they told me they would put in a new shower because it looked really bad. Like it was a gray color.
Okay, so they told you they would put in a whole new shower?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
And he told me that he was going to put bars on the window, he was going to fix the closet doors, he was going to fix the room door, he was going to fix the cabinets. Actually, he didn't do that. He put one brown, another one light brown, and another white cabinet. So I don't understand how that goes. Then the refrigerator, I told him since the day I saw the apartment.
No. Did he tell you he was going to put in a new
Yes.
refrigerator?
No, because he didn't remove it, so there was no space to put another refrigerator there. The kitchen is very small.
Did he remove it?
No.
Did you bring in a new refrigerator?
No, because he didn't remove it, so there was no space to put another refrigerator there. The kitchen is very small.
What did you do with the other refrigerator?
I left it there. I didn't move it. I just left it there, and I brought myself a cooler until he decided to remove the refrigerator.
We were actually promised that we would get help to remove the refrigerator if it didn't stop stinking, and that never happened.
What else?
We moved in, and they promised everything was brand new, but we have pictures of the tub overclogging because of the paint chipping from the inside of the tub. It chipped and it clogged it. When it clogged it, a bunch of worms came up, like out of the shower. And I mean, you can say that it's not worms. They told us that the plumber supposedly said we stuffed noodles into the shower. I mean, I'm a grown man.
Now, just a second. Let me start out with this premise. Based upon what I've heard so far, I don't want you to be defensive. Two young people saved their money to move into their first apartment together, managed to save up $3,250. They move in, and they move in all of their furniture in March. And unless something is wrong with the apartment, no normal people would move out and go through the expense of moving out a month later. So something has to be wrong with the apartment. Now, they're two young people, and maybe they should have put everything down in writing, what were promised to them. Do you have that?
We have everything promised to us in writing.
I'd like to see it.
Yes. All right, so basically
No.
Oh, sorry about
First
the
of all, no basically. Second of all, just hand it to me.
So they...
No.
Just hand it to her.
Just hand it.
All right.
You have a nasty way about you.
Excuse me?
Is this you who are writing this or her?
I don't know.
One.
Which one? I don't
Which
know
one?
what it says.
It's Dave.
You got a nasty way about you.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, and Your Honor, then we have pictures of it over flooding too.
I'd like to see that. I want to see the premises on their moving in, and I want to see the premises when they moved out.
These are the before pictures. These are the after. The last 2 pages, when they printed, there's a before and an after on it.
What's this a picture of?
The floor.
That didn't happen in a month.
They were there more than a month, and I also have the receipts to show when I paid for the flooring to be put in.
Your Honor, I have the text
And when I bought
messages
the-
of
Just a second. Didn't happen in a month.
Your Honor, I have the text messages of exactly
more
when
than
we
a
moved in.
Just a second.
Oh, sorry.
I know when you moved in. I want to know when you moved out.
They were evicted in June. They didn't move out. They were evicted by the courts in June.
And I have that.
When did you move out is my question.
April 19th.
April 19th, we had belongings inside of the apartment, but that was because it was like...
I don't care. If you had belongings in the apartment, then you're there.
We couldn't go back to the apartment because she was threatening me, and I had to press charges on Melissa Dempsey.
We have police reports and video recording.
Just a second. Would you just show this to the plaintiffs, please? And show this to the plaintiffs, please. That's all trash. What is this trash? What is that?
That's all garbage.
It's all garbage. It's all trash.
Is that yours?
The trash that's in the kitchen, they claim to clean out the bottom of our kitchen, but All right, this is how I
All
knew.
I'm asking you is that your stuff?
No, this in the kitchen is not ours. This right here, like the 3 hangers, are ours. Yes, they are.
What's this a picture of?
The stuff they left in the refrigerator, and I believe also in the closets.
When did you finally move your furniture out?
In June.
In June.
Yes.
So you owe rent for April.
No, we paid April. It's May, June.
So you didn't pay rent for 2 months.
For May and June. Yes, Your Honor.
Where did you go in May and June?
We were staying at hotels.
Why?
Because we didn't really have
They
a
were
place.
threatening us.
They were threatening us. We have videos.
And police reports of them threatening us. She said
That
she was
what?
going to beat me up. She was threatening me, saying she was going to beat me up, this, that, and the third. I have letters stating that she turned off my heater, and I have an asthmatic baby in the apartment. That apartment's too cold upstairs because we're in the attic. So I had to keep my heater on. I pay my own heater.
Who was the last tenant in that apartment?
That would be Hernandez.
And how long was Hernandez?
Over a year.
Prior?
A family that lived there. It was Roman and her
how
children.
long? And how long was that?
Several years. About 10 years.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, he's mistaken. It was Roman lived on the 2nd floor with her family. Her mother actually
that's right.
lived
I'm
in the
sorry.
3rd floor apartment, which was Roman. The mother lived there for 2.
I'd like you to tell me when this apartment was refurbished, either after Mr. Hernandez or after Miss Roman moved out.
It was after both of them.
You have the receipts for that?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see them. Thank you. What are these things for?
It was the flooring. It's the actual flooring when it was purchased.
I said refurbished, painted.
No, I'm
carpeted.
sorry. We put in new floors. We painted the apartment just one solid color, white.
I asked you when Mr. Hernandez moved out, did you paint and refurbish the apartment?
Yes,
do you have any receipts for that?
That's the receipts for the brand new flooring.
Okay, fine.
Ma'am, Your Honor.
Fine. Listen to me. You owe them 2 months' rent. Because if your furniture is there, then you're there. Unless there's a reason that you had to leave. I'll hear you about the reason that you had to leave.
Can I show you the video why I don't want to live there, please?
Look, also with this.
No, I can't hear both of you.
Oh, go ahead, baby.
Hello? Yeah, if you want to run your mouth, come to my face and run it. Yeah, you're real cute.
You're calling me, you're mad because you can't replace the refrigerator. Okay. Okay, all right. Don't worry, I will be showing this to the judge. Thank you.
Shut up.
Who said for me to shut up?
I said for you to shut up.
Who said for me?
That's not me.
Oh, no, this is not his apartment. Let me tell you something. First of all, I really do not need to shut up because I'm tired of you guys harassing my man and calling him, yelling at him while he's driving. My son is in the car.
That's your mother?
That's my mother. I was just letting you know it's not me on the recording.
Does your mother live with you?
My mother is the owner of the home. She lives on the 1st floor.
She owns the home where
It's
they live?
owner occupied.
Yeah, that's
yes.
our landlord.
I have power of attorney because my mother is unable to fly to actually come here, and I have power of attorney
She
to be
certainly
here for
doesn't
her.
sound as if she's weak. I want you to tell me, since I read some of your stuff here, I want you to tell me why you think that these young people who saved $3,000 to move in together, bought new furniture, moved in the new furniture, why you think they physically moved out after 4 weeks. Now, I'm not asking you. I'm asking you.
They were moving out because they were not able to get over in every which way they tried.
Just get over with what?
Okay. It started out that there was a complaint that they were having worms coming up out of the tub. I had a plumber come in. There was no worms. I had a fire inspector come and do a
don't want you
report.
to say. I'm going to dismiss your case. Do you understand?
Don't do that.
So they were complaining of rodents coming up.
Correct. Fire report shows nothing to be found.
Next
item was they were complaining about security bars being put on a window. State showed them paperwork. If you want something done like that, you would have to send in a letter of request to us and we'll take care of it.
Next.
According to us, we have security bars.
Next.
The other issue was they decided that everything was going to become a problem. This is broke. There was nothing wrong with it. It was a brand new closet door. The door don't work. I went upstairs, took care of it. The second day, I get a text message. Now the tub is backing up. I took care of it. Following day, comes up again. Other issues. Oh, there's a hole in the closet door. What hole? The doors are all brand new. There's brand new doors put up, brand new hangers. Everything is new. Flooring is new and all.
Now, I don't want you to show me the flooring. I want you to show me everything else that's brand new. I want you to see
all your photos.
No. I want to see paid bills that everything is brand new.
That contractor did everything new.
Listen to me.
We don't have it.
You don't have it.
No.
Because I looked at the pictures. That's not brand new. That apartment is not brand new.
No, we never said the entire apartment was brand
I didn't ask you to say a word. The apartment was not brand new based on the photographs that you showed me.
Okay.
So what you just said to me was not true. What you just said to me, if you told that to him, it was not true.
There was not.
I haven't heard a reason from you yet why these two young people, and you know, I'm usually pretty sympathetic to landlords, but something has to make sense.
Hey, more. No problem.
Make sense. And it doesn't make sense to me that these two people would save their money, buy new furniture, probably took them a long time to do that, move into a place, and unless something was radically wrong, not with them, but with the apartment and the atmosphere, that they would move out 4 weeks later. It doesn't make sense. They don't look like crazy, and it has nothing to do with getting over.
No, well, there was more. Narcotics use being used. The entire house reeking of marijuana on a daily routine. I have a young child and I asked him, please, do not allow this to happen. According to the lease, it is a smoke-free environment.
That's
every day.
Just a second. Absolutely true. You're absolutely correct. I read that in the lease, and there's no question that you were smoking weed. No question in my mind, because you actually acknowledge it in here. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. But he also said that we could smoke on the roof, Your Honor. That's also in those text messages.
I understand. He says, go take a walk or go up on the roof. I understand.
The roof is on our attic.
Listen to me. You have a 3-year-old asthmatic child, according to you. That's what you said. You have a 3-year-old asthmatic child.
Yes, Your Honor. But the child wasn't even able to stay there more than a week because we didn't have bars on the windows. We had problems with the shower.
Right.
I also have the fire department proof that the flooring wasn't done all the way.
I don't want to hear you anymore. I don't want you to say anything unless I ask you a question. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
2 months' rent is what you owe them. There's no question that you were in violation of the lease by smoking in the building. There's also no question that this side, including her mother, had trouble with you right from the beginning. Whatever it is, it wasn't a brand new apartment. All I want to know is, did they pay you the 2 months' rent, or did that come off out of the $4,500?
No, the $4,550 that they're suing for is the 2 months' rent that they've already paid for living in the apartment, plus the security
they don't
deposit.
Get that back. Their security deposit was $1,950.
Yes. Your Honor, if I may say one thing, just to explain why all this actually started. 4 days after they moved into the apartment, they both came down because my mother never actually got to meet Veronica. She only met James. My mom explained to them that she wanted it to be more like a family so that we could be comfortable. That's how she likes it to be with her tenants. At that time, Veronica felt the need to ask us if we would provide her with an additional lease with only her and her child's name on it because she gets welfare, and she wanted to defraud them and not tell them that she lived with Mr. Glass because then they would cut her benefits.
And they never cut my benefits
we said no,
Glass was on my lease.
we would not provide her with an additional lease. That's when
you
the
did
problem
provide
started.
me an additional lease.
No, we did
yes,
not.
you did. You provided me 3 of them. One with my name by myself. One with Mr. Glass.
Why did you want a lease just by yourself?
No, I didn't want a lease, but just by myself. They rented to me. Glass wasn't upstairs. They don't want to make that clear. I went upstairs. I went upstairs by myself and spoke to Dave.
Listen to me. I'm really smart. I know all the drills about welfare. Why did you want a lease in your name alone? Give me
I
an
wanted
answer.
a lease in my name with my son because they were going to cut my food stamps. But then they got the original lease, and the lady, they did cut it about like $117.
All right. Okay. All right. You owe them $2,600 for the 2 months that your stuff was there. They owe you $1,750 for the return of your security deposit, which means
we have a counterclaim.
I know you have a counterclaim. I've considered your counterclaim. I don't see damage. Do you understand?
Have the bill.
I don't care.
I have the paid bill.
All I'm awarding you to clean the apartment is $250. Do you understand?
And what about the brand new floors that they scratched and put holes in?
Just a second. You're not getting new floors.
I don't want new floors.
Good. Perfect.
But I should still be paid for the damage they created.
They owe you $2,600, and from that, I am deducting $1,750, which is the security deposit, which means I am awarding you on your counterclaim $850. Your claim is dismissed. We're done. And she opened the envelope in front of you.
Yes.
And she opened the envelope in front of you.
No, she did not.
She left.
Right. It was in my mailbox for her.
So you didn't even tell her to come in?
No.
Is there any reason why?
I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be bothered because it would be complaints over money and complaints over my son, and it is not my job to pay his bills. You're going to say, yes, I did in August, but the fight is between
not
him
your job.
and her and not me.
You're absolutely right. Just make sure that you don't have blinders on. You may have a 45-year-old son and you may love him. If he does the wrong thing, you have to say to him, Kenny, you're 45. I told you when you did the wrong thing when you were 3 and 6 and 10, and you're doing the wrong thing now. You made these children. She made these children. It's not like she's a bum laying in bed and eating bonbons and saying, you know, you have to take care of me. She works.
Right.
You work, and your primary responsibility right now is during this transition period with your children, since you're not here anymore, to make sure that they feel secure. And the custodial parent, which happens to be their mother, because Kenny doesn't want the children. Kenny doesn't want the children full time. He's very happy with a part-time. Well, let me ask you this question. I won't even ask you. Don't go like this. Did the stipulation provide that you share custody 50-50?
No, I'm a custodial parent. He gets them every other weekend and one day a week.
That's what men usually want when they're 45, because his girlfriend don't want these children around all the time. She may say, I want to be their new mother.
She won't allow
she won't.
the children to be.
She may say, I love them and I want to be their mother. Not so. Not so. I'd rather go to Florida. So you have to take blinders off and just look at it from a dispassionate position. All right, so now she comes over and the check is made out for September 31st. She comes back and she says, do something with the check. And she's angry.
Right.
What did she say to you?
She did not. She wanted me to issue her my own personal check.
No.
Just a second. Yes. Just a second. Let's say she wanted you to issue her your own personal check, and you can say to the Zindi when he comes home from Florida, you're going to reimburse me $1,407 because that's what I gave Lori for the children because you wrote the check out wrong. What's wrong with that?
I had Kenneth on the phone, and he said, Mom, you can change the date on the check because there was a 9, and it could have so easily been made into an 8 for the date, and Lori would not permit me to do it.
Well, you know, he's probably not a bad guy, your son.
Of course not.
Right. Right now, his whole life is being ruled by one organ, and it is not above his neck. Now, instead of saying, I'm in Florida, I don't want there to be any trouble. I wrote the check out wrong. I'll reimburse you as soon as I get back from my vacation. Write Lori a check out for the kids. I don't want her to be aggravated. So that's not what happened. And there was a whole kerfuffle, and she got aggravated and she got hot. And you didn't do anything when she got hot. She left. It was an unpleasant moment. Kenny is laying around the pool at the Fontainebleau in Florida with his girlfriend. Kenny called the police. Would that be a fair statement?
Oh, my
No,
God.
just a second. Just say a yes or a no.
Yes.
Did you call police or
Yes.
did Kenny in Florida call the police?
Yes.
So Kenny is laying around the pool having a drink with an umbrella in it. You're there dealing with his problem. You don't call the police. He does, from Florida. So the police arrive. And you tell them what happened. She came here, she was annoying, she yelled at me and whatever. And according to your answer, the police said, well, if she was that annoying, you can file for a protective order, right?
Right.
So you said, she was nasty. My son is in Florida. Police said I could file for a protective order. You go and you file for a protective order. Not because you called the police and felt threatened, but because Kenny, drinking his margarita around the pool, he thought that you were threatened. So she hires a lawyer and you go to court. But she had to pay for the lawyer separately from the matter. That's why we're here.
Yes.
Mr. Austin, it is your claim that the defendant is responsible for an accident that you had while you were riding your moped.
That is correct.
Just tell me the date of the accident, please.
June 20th, 2017.
And your moped had a license. It was...
Yep, it was licensed and registered and everything.
And what kind of car were you driving, Miss Austin?
A CTS Cadillac.
What year?
03.
At the time of the accident on June 20th, did the car have insurance?
No, ma'am.
That's why we're here.
Yes.
Because if we had insurance, your insurance would have covered the damage.
Yes.
So this is going to be fast. You You're going down the street, you're pulling out of a parking space.
Yes.
And you're pulling out of a parking space, and according to that chart over there, either he swerved to avoid you or your car came into contact with his. Did her car come into contact with yours?
I believe it did.
But you're not sure.
Yes.
But what happened is you are driving your moped down the traffic lane.
Mm-hmm.
It had scrapes and abrasions.
Yes.
Okay. Did you see her pulling out of the spot? She is coming out of a parking space.
Correct.
So you clearly have the right of way.
Correct.
So whatever happened, whether he swerved to avoid you coming out of the parking space or you hit him, your car is responsible. Can I see the damage, please?
Would you like the receipt for the damages?
I would like the receipt for the damages and the medical bills, please.
Sure.
You weren't hospitalized.
No.
You had scrapes and abrasions.
Yes.
Okay. Did you see her pulling out of the spot, Mr.
At
Anderson?
the very last minute, which is why I tried to swerve to avoid hitting her. She was attempting to make a U-turn.
Well, that's what I'm looking at. I mean, if she's pulling out, it looks to me, at least based on here, that she wanted to go in the other direction.
That is correct. She wanted to go in the other direction. She was trying to make a U-turn.
From the parking space.
That's not correct.
Where were
I
you?
was pulling out, yes, I was. But I was not trying to make a U-turn.
Where were you going?
I was attempting to go home.
To go home?
Yes, ma'am.
What time of the day?
10:30 p.m.
Where had you come from?
My son's home.
So you were visiting with your son?
Yes.
And you were going to your house?
Yes.
What's the address of your house?
10th Street Northwest.
Do you know where that is?
Approximately, yes.
In order to get there, does she go straight or does she have to go in the other direction?
The easiest freeway access probably would have been in the other direction, yes.
So she was attempting to make a U-turn. You still driving your car without insurance?
No, ma'am. And I do have insurance.
But you didn't on the date of the accident?
Correct.
Oh. Well, you had some serious nicks and bruises and cuts.
Yes.
Sure did.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Actually, when I was pulling out to attempt to go home, to get on the freeways on 46. So that would make me have to go straight, not to make a U-turn. And I did not hit this man. He laid his bike down himself. And afterwards, he got up. He was fine.
Are you crazy? Is there something wrong with you?
Yes.
Is there something wrong with you?
No,
You're
ma'am.
not supposed to be driving an automobile, a big old Cadillac, without insurance, or a little car without insurance. You're supposed to have insurance, because your insurance would have paid for his injuries, would have paid for his medical bills, would have paid for his moped. The only reason you're here is because you had no insurance, and you were careless, and he was injured. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. We're finished. Mr. Castro was a friend, and he allowed you to move into his house, and you were paying some modest rent for a room.
Started out at $450. It went
For
up
a
to
room.
$550. Yes.
Mr. Castro, when did he move in?
In July, I think.
June.
June of last year.
That's incorrect, Your Honor. I gave him money in advance, and I
didn't
never
ask-
moved into his home until July because I continued to. My pride was in the way, and I didn't want to move in because I still had things right in my life before I took on the venture of sleeping on his couch.
Listen to me. Shortly after you moved in, you moved your girlfriend in. How much after you moved in did you move your girlfriend in? Just answer the question. Month, 2 months, 3 months? How much after?
She came in with me the minute I came. The minute I showed up there, she was there.
You have to get your story straight, sir. You signed a complaint, and the complaint which I have in front of me says, I was down on my luck, and he was doing me a huge favor. My co-plaintiff and girlfriend, Lynette, moved in with me shortly afterwards with his permission. That's what you wrote.
Your Honor,
don't look at me confused, sir.
Your Honor, I didn't write that.
Did you read it? You signed it.
Yes, I did. That part slipped my mind right there. I should have outlined that. Okay, I thought I had that correct. But the bottom line is, I'm here to be truthful.
Don't give me a bottom line. Listen to me. I don't want to hear a bottom line. I want to hear somebody telling me with a certain amount of consistency what they filed as a complaint, which is what the
The
defendant
complaint is that I bailed this dude out and he didn't pay his bail.
No. The complaint says a lot more than that, sir. Actually, if that's all you were suing for, and that you were living there and he was arrested and you're suing for bail, that's fine. You're suing for a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yes.
Well, then it becomes, then all the rest of it becomes important. If you want to withdraw the rest of your allegations and the rest of your complaint, fine. I will address the issue of bail only. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes.
Is that what you want to do?
No.
All right, then we're going to go back to dealing with this case my way, not your way.
Yes.
You moved in, you were down on your luck, according to you. Did you want to cross that out too? And the fact that he was doing you a huge favor, do you want to cross that out too?
No.
Okay.
No.
So we let you move in.
That's valid.
And after he let you move in and your girlfriend, then you brought in her mother.
Yeah.
Right. And he let you do that. And when did you bring in the mother?
That's a question you're going to have to address with my significant.
My mom didn't come in until November, late November, early December.
Why wouldn't he know that?
Because this is an agreement that was made between them two. I work most of the time, so I was only there in the nights. I would very rarely see Mr. Castro.
He worked. But I did ask Mr. Castro in the beginning if he would have a problem with that. If he did, then my mom...
Just a second. I don't care. I'm just trying to set up what the turf was like. He rented you a room, you brought your girlfriend in, then she brought her mother in, all living in the same room, I assume.
No.
Let's go back to your complaint.
She was on
He gave you the
couch. And if that wasn't outlined in the complaint, then there was a problem somewhere.
Who was on the couch?
Her mother was on the couch in the front room. And she was paying this man $300 extra a month to sleep on that couch. And he was okay with that. That was a financial benefit for him. He would love that idea, obviously, or she would not have been there.
You live with him full time? Good for you.
Yes.
I'm going to get to what I consider is the only cogent part of his complaint, which is the issue of bail. At some point, you told him to leave, or according to you, they left. I don't care. I'm not entertaining an illegal eviction and you having to stay in a hotel. If you work all those hours, you shouldn't stay at a hotel. You should find an apartment for your girlfriend and her mother. Now, let's talk.
That's much easier said than done.
Listen to me. That didn't require an answer. That was a statement. That wasn't a question. Now, Ms. Turner, at some point you were at home. Mr. Fay wasn't there, and there was an argument that took place between Mr. Castro and his girlfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
They got into an argument, and you called the police.
No.
Who called the police?
His significant other.
His girlfriend called the police. You did not.
No, ma'am.
I think she called the police on the 13th.
There's no question out there. Is it correct, Mr. Castro, that your girlfriend called the police?
According to my girlfriend, no. She's no longer my girlfriend.
Well, that's hearsay. Okay.
Thank God.
Did you?
Thank God.
Stop.
I'm almost finished with you. You have to understand that. If you can't control yourself in here, I have no patience for that. I'm too old.
This was my friend. You have to understand that too. You know, this was my friend, and it was an unhealthy environment, and I'm glad.
I'm done. You're gone. Goodbye. You take your case back to the small claims court where it came from. Do you understand?
Seriously?
No, not seriously. Super seriously. Mr. McLeod, you are 18, is that correct?
No, 22.
22. And you get Social Security benefits.
Yes.
For what?
Well, I have a serious back pain that I had since I was 6.
So you've been getting Social Security benefits since you're 6?
Yes.
How do you support yourself?
I do producing.
Producing what?
Music.
For whom?
Well, I have a studio with my uncle right here.
Do you play an instrument?
Keyboard.
How long have you done that?
Well, I'm kind of new at it. So I'm still learning about it.
Did somebody teach you how to play the
keyboard?
keyboard?
My uncle did, yeah.
How long did he teach you how to play a keyboard?
It's been 3 years now.
And what do you do with it? Do you make records? Do you perform someplace?
Well, I do it at my house right now.
What do you mean you do it at your house?
Well, it's like a home-based studio.
Do you make records or recordings?
Yeah, recordings.
Do you sell them?
Yes.
To whom?
Online, like iTunes and YouTube.
Who manages the business?
My uncle, me, and my grandmother.
Well, so you're a young man, so why do you get a disability?
It was something that my mom kind of started.
But you're not disabled, you work, you make music,
Right, don't know, really.
I mean, I'm just asking you a question because I'm curious about the way your mind is working, because you seem like an honest young man. Let's say your music took off and you were making decent money, really decent money, and you had this extra money from Social Security, this extra $850 a month that you've been collecting since you're 6. Would you still collect it? You guess so? This is what the case is about. You know the defendant for a long time. I don't know. She has a child with somebody that you know. Anyway, you've known her for a long time, and you needed a place to stay for a while. You moved in with her, and she became your payee on your Social Security. Living with her didn't work out, and it is your claim that she kept a couple of months of your Social Security benefits.
Yes.
Your grandmother had been your payee.
Yes.
And then weren't getting along with your grandmother, so you moved in with her. Took some time. How many months did you live with her in total?
7 months.
And for how many months did she collect Social Security as your payee?
That time, 7 months.
All 7 months. Well, that's impossible, because if you moved in with her, you would have had to have made adjustments.
Oh, yeah, it took like 2 months. Yeah.
So that she got no money, right?
Yeah.
So she got no money for 2 months out of the 7 months.
Yes.
And then when you moved out, according to you, she kept 2 months
Yes.
of payments.
Yeah.
Where did you move back to?
My grandmother's house.
That's where you had been living.
Yes.
Where you and your grandmother and your uncle are in business.
Right.
Well, she didn't get paid for 2 months to house you, to feed you, to take care of you. Don't you think she should? You don't know. I don't think that I'm going to give you back this money. Those are the facts. The facts are she kept either 1 or 2 months, and she says you didn't pay 1 or 2 months when you lived there. You see, Mr. McLeod, the government is soft-hearted. The government wants to be able to help people who can't work,
Right.
even if they're not of age to retire. So then you have Social Security disability. Now, I don't know what prompted your mother when you were 6 years old to get Social Security disability for you. Did you have surgery after you were 6 years old on your back?
Yeah.
What kind of surgery did you have on your back?
It was back surgery, spine.
You had that when you were how old?
6.
6.
That I can remember, yeah.
And then you went back to school. You recovered. You went back to school.
Yes.
Did you ever play sports?
Yeah, basketball, but I couldn't do it for too long.
But you played basketball. Now you work with your uncle and your grandmother in a home-based studio making music.
Yeah.
That's not what Social Security disability is designed for, Mr. McLeod. It's not designed for that. It's designed for people who cannot work, who cannot take care of themselves. That's what the government does. And one of the reasons that the resources of our government are being tapped like this is because people who can work and do work, because they've been collecting Social Security disability for 15 years, still think it's okay. Well, they send it to me and I take it. So your case is dismissed. I'm done. I think that you agree, Ms. Roman, based upon your answer, that there was a time when your father owed his brother some money.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are the executor of your father's estate?
Yes, ma'am.
How much money did your father acknowledge that he owed to his brother?
He didn't give me an exact amount, but he said he was borrowing money to pay house taxes.
Did he tell you when he started to borrow money from his brother?
I want to say 2015.
Is that when he started to borrow the money?
Yes, April of 2015.
And how much did he borrow?
Just under $4,000. It was 2 house payments and a year's worth of property taxes.
Give me the figures.
39, 23. I've got it summarized here if you'd like to see.
Okay. So the only issue that has to be resolved is Ms. Roman, as the executor of the estate, since you acknowledge that there was a debt owed to the plaintiff, that should have been a debt that was taken from his estate if there was money in the estate, was there?
Yes, but when my dad was alive, he paid back.
I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
But that was a debt that would have
Yes,
been
ma'am.
paid. Your father passed away when?
October 2016.
So you're going to show me, because this is your defense. Now we acknowledge that there was a debt, $3,923. So now your defense is that your father paid him back
Yes, ma'am.
during his lifetime. So you're going to show me from April of 2015 to October of 2016 payments to your uncle that were $3,900.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is that fair? You had access to her father's account and
Correct.
withdrew money regularly and paid yourself back. So maybe we can simplify this. Did you have access to your brother's account?
Yes, that's the only way I would do the loan.
Did you pay yourself back any of this money, all or part of it?
14 payments.
14 payments in what amount?
$218 and some odd cents.
72 cents.
18. May I explain that amount?
Sure.
So the loan was for $118, but I took additional $100 out so he can pay his property taxes.
So you so far took out $2,912. That's what I have.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Just a second.
Okay.
I'm going to get to you in a minute. You acknowledge that you took back $2,900 of the $3,900 that he owed you. That's what you say.
Yes.
She may have more. So that means the remainder of what he owes you would be, if he was alive, would be $1,000. If he owed you $39.23 and he paid you $29.12, what's left is $1,011.
So my math is different. The loan part would be $118.72. Now mine came out to $16.62 of what he's paid me. So that I come up with a balance of $22.61.
In December 23rd of 2015, he took out $1,048, not the $218.72, which makes up your difference that you're talking about.
Yes.
This is a summary, and this is my dad's bank account statements.
Did you ever take out $1,000?
Yes, and I can explain that.
The amount that you took out was in May 218.72, June 218.72, July 218.72, August 218.72, September 218.72, October 218.72, November 218.72, December 1,048. What was the 1,048 for?
Because he was bouncing checks on the house payment. So I go look at Ben, let me take the whole house payment out plus the 218, and here's a copy of the receipt of the house payment I made.
Well, you added everything together, sir. I said, what did he owe you? And you told me $3,923. And you said that was for 2 house payments and property taxes.
Yes.
That's what you told me before.
Yes.
All of those things together, $3,923. So you've been fully paid.
I don't have a calculator, but I have 14.
I have a calculator.
So
I used a calculator.
So you're saying 14 payments at $118.72 is...
$218.72.
Okay, the extra 100, it was to his property taxes, which I got a copy of that check also.
Oh, property taxes? Whose property taxes?
My brother's house. He was struggling with payment, so we made an agreement that I'll take an additional $100 a month out and pay his portion of property taxes because he wasn't very good at budgeting.
That's not true.
What? I've got a check here proving that.
He's paid the mortgage payments and the taxes for 5 years, and May needed help at one time.
She doesn't owe you any more money. We're done. What's your last name?
Derek Hanley.
That's your mother?
Yes.
And who is the gentleman with her?
Stepfather.
Okay. Are you part of this action?
Yes.
Great. And this is your girlfriend?
Right.
You have a child together?
Yes.
Who's 5 years old?
Yes.
What were you doing living with your mother and your stepfather?
Well, what happened was they had
Just listen to me.
Oh, okay. Sure.
No. You're going to tell him there's only one attitude here. That's mine.
Sorry.
You're going to tell me why you and your girlfriend with a 5-year-old child were living with your mother and stepfather when you went to live there, month and year. You're going to tell me that.
Okay. It was probably about 10 years ago, I would say.
No.
10 years ago?
No, this recently.
10 years ago?
No, this recently.
Try not to speak to each other.
Sorry.
You've been living with your mother and your stepfather for 10 years.
No, it started off 10 years ago.
What started off?
Where I was living with them at a duplex house.
How long have you two been together?
10 years.
How long have you been living with your mother and your stepfather in the current residence before you got evicted?
We didn't get evicted, but...
6 months.
Just a shh. Did you just say to me we didn't get evicted?
Right.
Okay, good. So we didn't get evicted. You left on your own?
No.
How did you leave?
There was a false restraining order on us.
So you left because your mother and your stepfather got a restraining order against you?
A false restraining order, yes.
Okay. Now, when you were living with them, how much rent were you paying?
We started off probably...
No, not started. At the time that they got this restraining order and you were tossed out of the house, how long had you been living with them in the current residence?
Probably only 4 months.
Did you move there from the duplex?
Nope, from another place where we had our own.
So you had your own place?
A couple times.
So after the duplex, you were on your own for a while?
Right.
You, your girlfriend, and your daughter?
Right.
And then 4 months ago, you moved in with your mother and your stepfather?
Right.
Now we're going to go back to the original question, why? It had to be for your economics.
Right.
Okay.
No.
Because you needed a place to stay and you couldn't afford it.
No.
Well,
Right.
otherwise, people usually don't go home to their mothers and stepfathers
Right.
if they can afford their own place. You know, it's like the migratory pattern of Jews. They go from New York to Florida. They never go back. Do you understand?
Yes, absolutely.
Good. So you don't go home to live. Is there something wrong with you?
No, sorry.
You don't go home to live with your mom unless you have to because of economics. So you were living on your own, the two of you, with your daughter, where?
In another town, a couple towns over.
Or-
No, it was just a small bedroom.
So
it
in
was
an
just
apartment?
no,
or-
it was just a small bedroom.
So you were renting a room.
Right.
Were you working?
Yes.
Was your girlfriend working?
Yes.
So why did you move with your mother and stepfather?
Well, she has a third floor that's completely redone. It's at 15-foot ceilings. There's a bathroom. My daughter has her own bedroom. It's really nice. It was empty. It's been empty for the whole time we weren't there. She said, come back there. You know.
She said, come back.
Yes.
Because it was much nicer than
It
where
was
you
much
were
nicer,
living.
right.
So she was nice to you. She said, come back.
Right.
Move in with us.
Right.
Okay. And you did. So you were renting a room. So you took whatever you were living in the room.
Right.
And you moved into the third floor in your mom's house.
Right.
And I'm waiting.
And what had happened was we had lived there before and it didn't work out.
Just a second. But you went back to try it again because you needed it, because you were living in one room with your daughter.
You could say that, right? Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Not I could say that. That's what you're going to say. It didn't work out before living with your mother and stepfather, so you moved out.
Right.
But things got a little cramped. You were trying to move back, and your daughter is 5. She was going to a school.
Right.
And it was a better school where your mom lives. That's what you said in your paper, right? That's what you.
Right.
I remember reading about it.
Okay.
So now you moved in, and 4 months later, she had to get a restraining order against you, or at least asked for one, because she wanted to evict you, but it was going to take too long, so she got a restraining order against you instead. Okay. Tell me what happened.
What had happened was I had just got home from work a week prior. We had called the cops on them, actually.
So you called the police on your mother and stepfather.
Right.
Now, you're living in the house, not paying any rent.
No, I was paying rent. I was paying $100 a week.
And you were up to date on your rent?
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you what you wrote in your complaint. She also wanted us to save our money so we could find a place near them. She told us to pay $100 per month, and we could stay for 1 year. We agreed